Damien Hardwick has left the bloody Richmond Tigers. We start with a bang for episode 100 for BackChat.
I mean, what's bigger, 100 episodes for BackChat or Damien Hardwick, potentially the best coach of modern history?
Yep.
Quit about 20 minutes ago.
Episode 100 is bigger.
Do you know that?
Oh, I did. That's
huge.
That's massive.
I
huge.
think 100.
100's way bigger.
I think
100's
100 for
better.
BackChat.
Yeah, look, we got it out of the way. We don't want to talk about it any further, but it's big.
Blood, sweat, and tears put into this podcast.
So
What's
many.
Damien Hardwick done? I mean, honestly.
Just won a couple of flags.
3 of them, actually.
Yeah,
And
3 of them. Been a pretty good coach for a while.
My most favourite thing about Damien Hardwick is maybe not Damien Hardwick, but I heard like someone
Rest
like
in peace.
effectively reading a eulogy about him.
Memoriam.
And he was like, it was Jerry Whaley. And he's like, 13, 14, 12, they made finals, but then they fell off a cliff, and 16 he was going to get sacked, but then they went 17, 19, 20. And you know what? They should have won the 18 premiership. You know what? Can't get it done in the prelim. You're not going to get it done in the grand final.
Mason
I'll tell
Cox
you right now.
beat you single
Yeah,
handedly,
But everyone
bro.
says Richmond was the best team at 18. We beat
Please.
West Coast beat Richmond by 45 points at Optus Stadium. Doesn't make you the best team.
Yep.
Hello at backchatpodcast.com.au is where you can send us an email, or you can write to us on socials, backchat_. Big, huge episode, number 100. And we want to start it off with something, Hammer, as a little surprise, a little gift.
Not just for Hammer.
Not just Hammer, for everyone, right? So for the last 6 months, we've bunkered down into a bunker, is where you bunker.
That
down
is where
usually.
bunkers are traditionally done.
And
Make sure you get this right. This is the genuinely. I said this to you. You showed me what we're about to show the people, and I said, I know you've done some great things in your life.
Yep.
You're a father of 2 children, married to a beautiful wife.
Yep.
You've done a lot of great things, I'm sure, educationally, and learned a lot of things. I said, this is the greatest thing you've ever done in your life,
Yes.
by a long way.
And
And that's not. I don't want to undersell the rest of those
it
things.
started from me waking up at 2 a.m. one morning and something popped into my brain. I thought, yes, that needs to be done. And I sent you an email. Do you remember me sending you that
Did you
email?
email me?
I did, yeah. I don't want to text you in case your phone buzzes and they'll wake you up and you'll be grumpy.
Oh, yeah, no, you don't. Do not disturbs on, and you're not on the list that can disturb.
Okay. Should we just? I don't know how to. I don't know how to do it. There's so much effort's gone into
Okay,
this.
I'll help you because you've
I'm nervous. I got told last week that something was going to happen and no one would tell me what it is.
I've done. We did say on the show as well that we would have a special guest, so it does have a little bit to do with that
Yes.
special guest.
Understood.
So 100 episodes of BackChat. Pretty
Yes.
fucking good effort, guys.
Great effort.
Congratulations. Give yourself a round.
Yeah, well done. As
Really
far
good.
as efforts go, that's right up there.
Plus all the guest episodes. It was
Heaps
way
of
more
them.
than 100. But
Yeah, that's a very
for this
good point.
show, 100.
This show 100, but we had a bit of guests sliced in with BackChat. Of
course.
So the email comes through at 2 a.m. About 2:01, I wrote back, "Do it now." Needs to be made within the next 10 minutes.
Apparently
Or-
D&D is not. I'm not on that list. But
Right.
anyways,
So anyway, long sweat, blood and tears. And we've got this thing that we'd like to release to you today. I think it's fucking amazing.
yeah, it's pretty good. No, it's pretty good. I'm happy with it.
It is amazing. Dan's trying to undersell it.
Yeah.
Hamish hasn't heard it.
I haven't heard
It's,
or-
it's,
yep.
to it's something to listen to.
Okay.
So if you're watching the pod, enjoy this. If you're listening to it,
And I will say, this is just part
you
of
can
it.
finish off because this is all Dan. I've done nothing to do with
Understood.
this.
It's
I've just enjoyed it.
This is just part of it. The whole thing will be released properly in a few weeks. Let's just
Wait,
hear it.
Yeah. So is our special guest
He
here?
can't hear this.
Okay.
He can't hear this.
Okay.
All right.
Righto.
Oh, my God.
He knows the score like the back of his hand. Them are the boys. He don't give a damn. He can run on the wing. He chase you down. Nothing can take him down. He's the boy, Ginbey. No, nothing can take him down. He's the boy, Ginbey. Yeah, no, nothing can take. You can't take him down. He's got juice in the tank, off the half-back flank. I got news for you, baby, looking at the boy. He's the best in the game, and a household name. He's Reuben Ginbey, baby, looking at the boy.
Yes.
It goes for 3 minutes.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
That's just a sampler.
Full version to be
Oh,
released
my
in
God.
the coming weeks.
I think I may have lost battery to this.
Oh,
no, I
my
haven't.
God.
No, I haven't. It's on.
So
Oh,
that
that
gives
is
us a
unbelievable.
little in to what's about to happen. Episode 100, we promised a very special guest.
The
We did.
specialist of guests.
And he didn't get to listen to what we just got to
Has
listen
no
to.
clue what just
But you know what? I've got a UE boom right here, so he's going to get to hear it for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, the
Here we go.
special guest for episode 100 is the boy.
The boy. Let's go.
It's like, what is going on here?
He knows the score like the back of his hand. Hammer the boys. He don't give a damn.
the boy.
He can run away.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
boy.
Chase you down.
Chase you down.
Nothing can take.
Nothing can take him down. He's the boy, Ginbey. No, nothing can take him down. He's the boy, Ginbey.
He's loving it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can take him down.
Yes, he does.
Halfback flank.
Got news for you, baby.
You're looking at the boy.
He's a household name.
Oh,
It's Reuben
looking at the
Ginbey,
boy.
baby. I tell you what. Holy shit, mate.
that's-
Oh,
Welcome
the
to the bloody
boy.
podcast, Reuben Ginbey. Holy
love
shit,
the
he's
boy.
bloody here.
oh my goodness.
Welcome,
me.
mate.
Well, boys, that I have goosebumps after that.
I loved you just sitting there copping it like a champion. How are you, mate?
I am splendid after that. Even a few weeks ago when I got the text from Sky that I was going to go on here, it's an absolute honour to be the 100th episode,
mate.
and then to hear that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That is correct. And the honour is not yours, it's ours.
Yeah.
Did you
absolutely.
know that? You didn't know that was happening.
No.
No, God no.
Oh,
So,
jeez
so
whiz.
we had to obviously set that up. Ruben's been sitting
Jeez,
here like an
bloody
absolute
streak.
champion. But we said to Hammer, look, we've got something to do here. And Hammer said, I know what you've done, but I didn't want to hear what we'd done. I told you to write down
Yeah,
your phone. What did you write in your phone?
I thought it was not that. So that was blew me away.
Okay,
What
so
I thought you were going to
do you need to hold it? Because you said if it's not what
Nah,
I've
this
written
would have
down-
been funny as and awesome. I thought you were going to get a compilation of us sitting on the couch over the last 6 months every time we went nuts and said the boy.
That would be good.
I thought you
could
were
still
just
put
going to
that
chop
together.
them together, which would have gone for about a minute.
Now,
That was
So
phenomenal.
just for the people that listen to that and have no clue what it was, it is a parody of the song "The Man" from The Killers. Of
course.
So if you didn't know,
is
what
that
song
your new
it is-
favourite song, The Killer's the Man?
I don't know
Killer's
it,
the
but it
boy.
has to be.
You did
and
now.
remix the boy, even better.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
so-
I would like, sorry, just
Yes.
is my dream for that song is that, you know, when Channel 7 goes to like a quarter time break and they play like,
Yes.
I don't know, some
Yeah, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
5 Seconds of Summer or whatever. Is that a band? I don't know, 5 Seasons of Summer.
I don't know,
They
bro.
play The Boy, that song.
The boy by BackChat?
Yeah, by BackChat. Yeah.
I am getting slightly aroused at the thought of the Southern River Band doing a rock and roll version of The Boy.
Oh, absolutely.
Look, if we had more time, resources, money, all that sort of stuff, we would have made a full album.
Music
and
video.
released,
Oh,
we would have
an album.
We would have released an album.
Oh my God.
Because honestly,
Just
I
parody
reckon it would
songs
sell the
about
fuck
the boy.
out. Mate, sorry, I did obviously warn you that was coming. You okay after that? Look, you seem fine.
Yeah, you seem
nothing
fine.
phases the
Nothing
kid.
faces the boy.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Reuben, before we get any further, the first thing that we do on every show,
We do this, yep.
the first question that we ask every single person that comes on the show, and this is your favorite podcast according to the record. We did see that. Thank you very much for the
Did
shout out.
see that.
Your greatest sporting achievement, and it's an honour for me to ask this. Your greatest sporting achievement not on the football field, because we've seen what you've done on the football field.
Fucking
Tackling
gun.
machine, a gun,
The boy.
plenty of
mate.
juice in the tank. But tell us your greatest sporting achievement that's not on the footy field.
I was thinking about this in the shower just before I was coming in.
Oh, that's unreal.
Of course you
I'll
were.
tell you what.
Yeah, as he was harbouring a semi.
So, yeah. So I got a bit more of a boring one. I got league MVP for the Dunsborough Busso Basketball League when I was 13.
That's unreal.
Nice, that's good.
But I thought I'd do something a bit more special.
I like it. It's episode 100, baby. Come on.
So I was a bit of a skater when I was younger. Really? Probably from 8 till 13.
So cool.
Bit of a shredder. So when the new Busso skate park opened, pretty close to Shelter actually,
Yeah, very good.
Look at his
Look at his sponsors.
This guy's the coolest.
I thought, I might
Go
give
on.
a skate comp a crack. So I ended up doing 2 skate comps, one in Dunsborough, one in Busso. Didn't go the best. Didn't make the podium. Had 3 stinkers of a run. But I thought if I put my performance forward, I could have done a bit better. But probably not the best performance, but something a bit different. So
Oh my
What are we
God.
talking? What tricks are we doing?
We're talking 50-50s,
Really?
5-0s, a disaster every now and then.
A lot of grinding.
Bit of grinding. A lot of grinding.
You're in awe. You are in awe.
So you're a Dunsborough boy. You didn't surf, you skated.
Surfed as well.
What the hell can't he do?
Not that good. I lived probably 2 minutes away from the skate park when I was growing up, though. So that's why I went the concrete a bit more than the water.
Reuben, we bloody love it. Now, I will say, and I wanted to say this off the top, which I forgot about. If you're here to hear Reuben commentate about the West Coast Eagles' current season, not going to happen. Not here for it. We don't really want to hear how the team's going. Look, we want to speak about Reuben Ginbey, the boy. Okay, so there's a few items that we'd like to check off on. Before you got drafted.
Wait, can I interject? Because this is very important.
Please continue.
Reuben, the BackChat podcast is powered by Fleet Network.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
They do absolutely splendid things for everyone. If you want, what car do you drive at the moment?
Mitsubishi Triton.
Nice.
Sponsor, have you bought that?
Bought.
Okay. Well, there's a better option out there. I'm going to
Maybe you
say
have
it
to
from
get
the
you in
outset.
touch with the Fleet Network, boys.
Yeah.
Novated yourself a lease.
Novated leasing, it's the way of the future.
Do we get to speak about your current car situation, Emma?
Potentially at some point, but not right now. Talking about
great.
the boy.
That's fair enough. I agree to that. Now, before the draft, you're on leavers in Dunsborough, which is funny because, I mean, usually people go away for leavers, but you've just stayed at home. Were clubs coming to Dunsborough to speak to you before the draft
I think I had 3 clubs come to my home
during leavers?
during leavers, one on the Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So right at the start and then right in the middle. So wasn't the best timing, but I got through. So
You were just on lunchtime? You're in an okay state for it, or?
yeah, I think they came around 10, 11. So I had to wake up early at the campsite, make sure my mates were all sorted, and then piss off for a little bit and get that out the way.
Hilarious. What are the clubs thinking when they come over? Wonder what Reuben's doing in the middle of schoolies.
A lot of them didn't know it was schoolie, so they were just asking, well, why is it so busy? Because we have a house pretty close to the beach and there was kids everywhere, probably some passed out who knows where. But anyway, they had to tell them it was middle leavers and they said, were you well behaved? And always said, yeah. So,
Now, again, before you get drafted, you're an East Perth boy. You're the Mighty Royals.
The Mighty Royals, come on.
Talk to me about playing with the best and fairest winner from last year. Almost won the Sandover, Hamish Brayshaw. What was he like as a teammate?
great teammate.
Boy, God.
There's a first time
I
meeting.
want to know about you.
Yeah.
Has a different way of speaking, but I loved it.
Thanks, mate.
So he came in, 17-year-old, I'd only played about 3 or 4 Colts games, got called up to the league, and I was welcomed with open arms by Hammer and his crew, and got the nickname The Boy straight away, and it's definitely stuck with those boys from
That's what
now
I
until
was
then.
I mean, you've explained it a bit, Hammer, but the boy, what's that about?
Well, we got a bloke in our team called Stan Wright who was, at the time, the only product out of Dunsborough.
Right.
So Dunsborough's in the East Perth region. Westy was the only bloke playing from Dunsborough, and then the boy came along. So it pretty quickly came the boy from Dunsborough, which just got shortened to the boy, and then it was the best, Stan no longer the best product out of Dunsborough, so quite often the boy would be referred to as the best product out of Dunsborough, and it was just the boy.
Now, that song, one of the lyrics off the half-back flank. Now, West Coast fans will be like, no, but he plays in the midfield. He was running off the half-back flank for the Royals, wasn't he?
Shit, yeah, he was. And my God, he was doing it well. He was 17, lockdown, speed, strength, agility, fitness, everything. As a 17-year-old, there was seriously. So, I mean, I'm pumping the boys' tyres up here, but he was, and he's a gun. Jackson Ramsey, who was our captain at the time,
Ramo, good man.
and I had, pre-season came around, we had him and Jed Buzzlinger, Buzz, also a fucking gun.
Good name as well.
Where did he get drafted?
He's at the Doggies.
He is at the Doggies.
So the two of them were rolling in, and they were the only Colts training with us in the preseason. And Rammer and I were doing a walk jog before training one day, and we're talking about the two of them. And this was, I'm talking December.
Yes.
A full year before the draft. And just talking about how fucking good these kids are, having been here for 2 weeks. And I was like, mate, this kid, talking about the boy, has got every single aspect of a number 1 draft pick. And then we said, well, let's have a bet as to where they were going to go. I said the boy was going to go pick 4 because that's where I thought West Coast would finish. And I said Buzz would go 16. I think Rammer had you at 10 and he had Buzz at 25 or something. So we were pretty fucking close.
That's pretty good.
And from 2 weeks of training with the boy. No practice games, nothing. Just looking at him and saying, this kid is a fucking gun.
Specimen.
And he was from there.
So, West Coast, you obviously playing in the midfield, but before you start playing, number 7. Happy with the number? What number were you at East Perth?
I wore a few numbers, a few in the 30, I think 32, 36 maybe, 11 once. So chopped and changed a little
Great.
bit.
And then
Pretty unheard of for a young guy to come in and get a single digit from the get-go.
yeah,
right?
number 7. Did you speak to Masto? Is the runner there?
I did, yeah. After a first few games, I've caught him eating a few burgers in my locker and that kind of thing, pre-game. So I'm happy to let him sit there and I just
So he
scooch
sits
across.
around his room in your.
A few times I've caught him there, yeah. That's all good. I'll let him have it.
Reminiscing.
What about long sleeves on the weekend? I said I wouldn't talk about West Coast, and I'm not going to talk about any of their form.
Overs and unders, I think.
Long sleevers, I
smashed it.
called. Well, okay. Well, I said there was going to be 8 in the game. There was actually 4. There was 3 Hawthorn players. Only the one long sleeve jumper on the weekend. Do you have a long sleeve jumper available to you? Yes or no?
No, I don't. Not in the number 7.
Right.
Nice.
And how do you feel about that? Would you ever wear a long sleeve jumper?
So I did try one on. Can't remember whose it was. Gaffey's maybe. Was a little bit
Well,
tight.
it wouldn't
but,
have fit, mate. Look at the size of you.
Definitely was not me. Did not suit me. The weather in Tassie was actually pretty nice. 14 degrees, sunny as, dry. So it wasn't really the weather for long sleeves.
And the last question I want to ask about playing for West Coast. How much would you say you fucking love tackling, Reuben? Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love tackling?
Probably have to say 10 at the moment. Averaging more tackles and touches nearly. So definitely more tackles and kicks. So, I guess made a bit of trademark out of it. So I'll just continue that forward.
You've played, 10 games now? And your nickname, the commentators were calling you the tackle machine. It's fucked. 10 games in to already be coined the tackle machine. Unbelievable. Fucking animal.
Not the coolest nickname, the tackle machine, but it's still
Not as good as the boy,
the
obviously.
boy. Yeah.
Have I noticed that you've trimmed your mullet?
I have. It's
You told me, right or wrong, you said you weren't touching it this year.
I wasn't going to touch it, and then we had a team gathering a few weeks ago, and I may or not have lost a bet.
Fair
So
enough.
it's all going in a couple of weeks.
Is it?
So
Well,
rocking
tell
the
them why it's all
Exclusive?
Oh, not too exclusive, but I'll be rocking the haircut I had at the Mighty Royals. Might go to the 1, the 0 even, so I'll be
the
rocking
crime
the skin
dome.
in for a
all
while.
over. One all over.
See how it goes.
Doing it
I've
for
had
any,
it once.
any
I'll do it again.
purpose?
So I think the team reason and also our neighbour got breast cancer, so we're supporting her. Me, Campbell, and we're trying to get Rhett Bazzo along, so that should be good to support her. Good cause.
Real.
Yeah, so I knew that, and he was just sitting there saying he's going to shave his head. So stop being the best bloke ever and just tell the world that you are shaving the head
So
to
you're-
support
so
a
you're gonna
neighbour having cancer.
So you're going to take your mullet off in support of breast cancer. I reckon
What
we
a
might be
guy.
able to, I reckon we might be able to support that here at BackChat.
Yep.
That is bloody real
Yeah,
stuff,
that's
Reuben.
incredible. What's the time frame on that?
So it was going to be this week, and then because Carl Langdon was organising it, but he's gone fishing up north for a week. Of
course he has.
So it would have to be postponed for 2 or 3 weeks. So he's joining us with it, and he might go blonde again.
I was going to say, we need to either get his off or he goes
Go
like
full blonde
white.
again,
Like,
yeah.
And it's not blonde, it's white. It's like, that's very good, mate. Well done.
Yeah, well done.
I reckon we can just, Reuben can stay
Yeah,
for a bit
let's
while we get through
let's
the
keep
show.
moving around. So Hammer, we want to talk to you about the state game because
Sure.
WA took on South Australia on the weekend.
We did.
You got selected for the team.
I did, yes.
Big, BackChat, very proud of that.
Thank you.
Really proud.
Yeah,
Thanks,
very good
guys.
moment. How'd
lost.
you guys go though? Yeah.
Lost.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Tell us what happened.
It was a good game. The standard of footy was really good. The competition over there obviously is we're fighting for the best state league comp. I feel like they must do. I mean, sorry to anyone who does play sample listening, but I feel like the drug testing over there must be just a sniff test because they're all just fucking juiced up and massive. Like they're just cut to the nines, all little nuggets, but they were fucking good. So they
You were like, scores level at 3/4 time, right?
yeah, we were close. We were there or thereabouts. They butchered the footy in the last quarter to keep us in it. They should have. They kicked 5 points that should have been goals, and we did the same thing in the first quarter. So it was an up and down game, but the contest was good, and after match was awesome.
Right. So we didn't get to watch
No.
the game, but we did get a little bit of feedback, some commentary from the day.
Okay, sure.
Ruben, you're not going to be able to hear this, but we'll try to relay it. Damon, could you just play that thing about Hammer, please?
5-8-38. So the two state teams out here, and that's a tight go, Bill.
Ring a ding ding.
Do we know any players playing for
Do you know
Hamish Brayshaw is playing for WA, and after a bright start, hasn't recognised the pill for about half an hour. In fact, I'm not even sure I can see him out there, which is strange because you should be able able to see him. He's got the fattest ass of any footballer I've ever seen.
Anyone else other than Brayshaw? No.
Mitch Crowden.
So, I mean, everyone else heard it, but Reuben basically.
My uncle said I
Hamish is-
started well, then didn't touch a footy for half an hour, and he should be able to see him because he's got the fattest ass you've ever seen. Well, yeah. Firstly, Jim, go and fuck yourself. He's 50 years old, getting cosmetic surgery to look good, and he's a fucking bitch. So, all the best to you, Jim, but stick that one up your ass, you fuckhead. Secondly, I did start on the ball and started okay, got a bit of the ball, fumbly in the second quarter. Halfway through the second quarter, one of their players, someone Hardy, I think his name is, had pretty much 18 touches in the first half and was dominating in the middle. So Mitch Crowden was playing half forward, I was playing mid, and we flipped because he went to tried to tag him out of the game because he was on top of us. So I was playing half forward for the second half of the second quarter and then the second half. The ball, I'm trying to play a link up forward.
You didn't get a touch, did you?
I touched the ball maybe like 3 times in the second half. So
High
that
half
was
forward
awesome.
role.
Yeah, the doom
Unreal.
shift. But it was, so you probably could have seen me out there because I do have a fat ass. But
We're going to send that straight to James.
yeah,
Jim.
clip it, send it, tag him, fuck him.
One of the better games though on the weekend was Freo beating
While you're
Geelong. While you're up, I'm not any.
The Dockers, mate.
I'm allowed to say Freo, right?
Do we like,
what I
I
want.
suppose. Yeah, just saying they've just been asked to
Yeah, while
call
you're
While
up. Sorry, okay, while you're up. Not while you're
With
up.
your ABC training, I thought that would have been top of the list.
That's that
Got him.
time of my life is behind.
Got him.
I'm out, guys. Yeah, I'm done. Bloody good game. Is Flagmantle back? Are we ordering the merch?
Have you seen this flag mantle merch floating around, Reuben? No, you don't have to speak about what you think about it. I'm just wondering if you've seen any of it.
Haven't seen any of the merch. I remember the big hashtag going around last year, and maybe not so much the start of this year, but it could be back.
That's right, Reuben. I like that attitude. Well, I'm here to tell you, mate, it's absolutely back in business.
Oh, God, yeah.
I watched these
shit,
boys
yeah.
play. Very good. They're back in business, back on the back of their back line. Shock and awe. Their back line's playing well, Reuben. Reuben knows. He's playing in the midfield right now, but he's a backman. Oh, yeah. Are you? What are you? What would you call yourself?
A backman at heart.
Yeah,
Love
king.
it. Absolutely love it. So their back line played.
How you going there, mate?
I'm just
Just a
Zorro's
I'm
entered
just
the
turning
building.
I'm just turning this UABM off because I'm playing him music. Anyway, their back line. So Luke Ryan played on Jeremy Cameron, kept him goalless. Is that right? Kept him
I don't
goalless.
think, he wasn't seen.
Alex Pearce played on Tom Hawkins. Tom Hawkins kicked 3, but it was very good on him, Alex Pearce. Brandon Walker kept Tyson Stengel very quiet in his return game. And big Brennan Cox played on Jack Henry, and they just absolutely shut him down. And that was what it was based on. Not their midfield, not your brother running around the midfield.
Just had 30 and 1. I mean, it's not going to win you a game. It'll get you, but backline obviously wins.
He probably got the 3 Brownlow votes.
Probably, but who cares?
He wouldn't have got the vote in the Backman of the Year, which
No,
we will
he
get to. You'd be saying across that, Reuben?
Backman of the year.
BackChat Backman of the Year?
Yeah,
I love it.
Reuben just
Great
said
award.
to me, when he walked in before, Reuben said to me, you guys didn't do it last week.
Yep.
So he obviously is right on top of it because we did in fact miss it last week. So
And we
good
do
pick up.
apologise, and thank you very much for bringing that up,
Good
Hamish.
pick up the boy.
The boy.
Let's talk about the forward line though for a second. We've just gone on about the back line, but
Sorry.
we've got to talk about Michael Walters though
Sunset.
because he kicked 3 on the weekend, and after his first goal, we tried to get some vision of it, but Fox cut it so quickly it wasn't even like possible for us to show it. He did the M symbol with his fingers,
All
right?
right. Okay.
So that was after the first goal, but after the second goal, he gave us these ones. If you have a look now on YouTube, you'll see Michael Walters, his goal celebration.
Do you know what that is? Do you boys know what that is? You seen that before?
I thought the first one was for Midland.
It was M for Midland, which is hilarious. I love that.
But this second one, Scott, you got to ask him about this.
This is Latrell Mitchell does it in the NRL, and Sun said it was a shout out to Latrell Mitchell. He's just copying the NRL lads.
But what does it mean?
I don't know if it means anything. I think Latrell Mitchell, I mean, it's sort of like Cristiano Ronaldo does that, and it doesn't mean anything. I don't think, does it?
Well, I mean, I don't think so, but I feel like that's
Does Latrell Mitchell play for the Rabbitohs?
Yep. That's a weird thing to. I mean, there's
a
a bunny
rabbit.
rabbit is, I guess.
Would that be a rabbit?
Yeah, that could be, but like that has meaning. It's a weird thing to do without any meaning.
Was that be something?
Yep, something.
Would that be something you think about the boy? Have you kicked a goal yet?
I got 1 goal against Geelong. It's 'cause
Really?
I think we were down by 60, so I couldn't give it too much of a pump up.
Okay.
It's a little fist
Talk
bump.
us through it.
So we'd I think we Geelong had just kicked 13 goals in a row. So it was,
We did
It's not
say we
fun.
weren't going to talk about it.
No, I don't want to know about that stuff.
just
I want to know about his
That's right.
goal.
So yeah, probably a few minutes ago, last half, Samo Pachevsky's Seaton chips one to TK. It's about 10 metres, so I thought, I'll come past on my left. Only ever used my left, so I got the handball receives and dobbed it from about 30 on the run. Little fist bump, high-fived all my teammates and then went on with it.
Did everyone
So
get around you? They knew it was your first goal?
I think 17 of the players did.
Who
Who didn't?
Might have been TB at fullback, but he was quite far away. So I'll give it to him.
The boys accepted it. It's okay. It was too far away. Didn't have to come and see me after my first goal. What about your first game?
Yeah, so that was
round
round one against North.
Yeah.
Um,
You got any special? Again, I don't know about the result, but like, what about your first game? What's that feel like?
that was obviously something I've been working at for years and a dream as a kid. So be able to debut amongst I guess 3 other new people for the club, which is Campbell, Noah, and Hunty.
Yep.
That was awesome. And then to fly over, flew my host mum over, and 5 of my family members. So that was great experience and something I won't forget.
So they were all there for it.
Yeah, for sure.
And what about your first win?
Yeah, that's special.
Yeah, GWS. That was a great thing to be a part of. First home game. Had all my mates there. They had signs.
That's right.
So good.
Few different ones, a few funny ones. So the whole Dunsborough crew was there, and to get a win, with all them and all my family watching was super special.
In the middle of the song,
Yep, I got the Gatorade shower.
did you take your boots off?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, someone's come around and given you the
Yeah,
word.
who told you that little nugget?
I actually got no idea. It was too much of a blur to win,
Instinct.
really. But I think
I reckon
first.
you might have told me to take my boots off.
Yeah.
I reckon it
man.
definitely could have been you. Said someone you came up to me as I was walking in and said, take them off.
Take them off,
Smart.
mate. You'll never get them back.
I probably didn't need to take them off because I didn't ever play again. But
Yeah,
One from one.
mate.
One from one.
one from one.
Played more than
I got
Dan.
one. I got
Dan's
one.
got none.
That's true.
Sorry, bring that.
No, it's
Trying
a
to make him
fact.
feel better.
Of course, it's a
All right,
fact.
what else you got for us?
All right. Sydney had a very interesting win on the weekend against North Melbourne that you just brought up. I was at the Camfield just before the Freo
What are you
game.
doing there?
Just
Are you spending $250 tipping vouchers?
no, I didn't win it this week, so I
disappointing.
didn't get to do that. But the big screen. Let's have a look what happened. So, Sydney were up. Sorry, Sydney were down by 3
Right.
right at
Two
the very
come
end of
off.
the game.
Shields cramped.
Liam Shields is at a howl here. He's absolutely butchered it.
Footage from
number
Fox
76. The interchange steward doesn't get to warn them they have one left because there's 2 in that last interchange.
Right, so that's
Now,
David
okay,
Zeta
often
from
the
Fox
AFL
Sports
That's
speaking.
right.
If we can kill that for a second, boys.
So there was about 40 seconds left. The ball was in Sydney's forward line, and there was meant to
They're
be
up.
there was meant
North
to be a
Melbourne
ball
were
up. Sorry, North Melbourne were up. It was in Sydney's forward line, and it was meant to be a ball up. But then all of a sudden, there's like a bit of a pause in the game. Then the umpire just randomly calls a free kick for Sydney, right, and a 50-metre penalty right in their goal square for them to kick a goal.
So
seal the game.
I don't think North Melbourne, it shows it here, but I heard some rumour. So we were calling the game when this happened. We were just about to call the game. No, it was about half time of the game, and I heard across the comms on Fox Footy that the incident happened before it was called, like a decent amount of time, like about a minute before. Is that right?
Correct. The rule is, and I heard this morning from Dean Margetts, who explained this to me very,
That would
very
be
well.
a good man to ask.
This happened about 45 seconds before the free kick was given. The rule is if there's an interchange breach, at the next stoppage of play, the umpire blows the whistle, gives the free kick, and it's a 50-metre penalty.
I have to wait for a stoppage.
So you have to wait for the ball to stop.
What if the ball didn't stop?
If the ball didn't stop, I mean,
That's a good question to ask.
well,
isn't it?
if the ball didn't stop, I imagine the next stoppage would be the end of the game. So it would be free kick, 50-metre penalty at the end of the game. But it's,
After the siren
whenever
kick.
the ball is next in a stoppage in play, free kick, 50 metres.
Reuben, has it been a big difference at AFL level compared to Waffle? Everything that happens on the bench, are you just like, oh, it's just part and parcel of what goes on?
Yeah, massively. There's a bit of an art to the bench, really. You got your computer screen there. You got about 3 people telling you when to go on, when to not, and you got the the interchange umpire standing right there, making sure you don't go on early and that kind of thing. So it is, it's more stressful than you think, I reckon.
What about the board that goes up? Because you don't have that at Waffle level. Do you forget to look at all?
Yeah, you do a little bit when you get caught up in the game, and sometimes it's a bit of a stitch up when you're on the other end and you see your name. So you got to piss bowl across the oval. But yeah, I guess everyone's helping you out.
Does West Coast have any weird signs they hold up? Now we see like Hawthorn with
Noodles.
a bowl of noodles. And
2
does West
minutes
Coast have
left.
any of those?
No, we've got a few signs, but they're all just colours and maybe a pattern across it, but no bowl of noodles or anything like that. So nothing cool.
Nice.
Speaking of the bench, do you remember your first down the line phone call from Simo?
Have you had one yet?
Yeah, that doesn't happen every game, Dan. Just
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't get one. just for those playing along at home.
I've had a couple, like when I headbutted Zach Butters. I
Yeah,
had a
that's
chat
not
to Simo.
leadership.
That's not leadership. A couple of expletives.
Expletives, yep.
But that I reckon, other than doing stupid shit like that, you don't really get to speak to Simo.
Right.
Yeah, no, not really. It's more.
He's been on the bench with you, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He's come down the bench, give me a few wise words, but mostly on the phones, the line coaches and that kind of thing. So definitely haven't copped anything negative through the phone yet.
Of course he hasn't.
Why,
No, you won't.
Why
Why
would
would
he?
you? Why would you be saying to
Absolutely
Reuben, "Hey mate, stop tackling
Yeah,
so much"?
tackle less.
So this thing on the weekend, the funny thing about the interchange thing was it Rampy on the sideline screaming, noticing that they had one too many interchanges.
Yeah. So what was he screaming at?
So he was trying to notify the umpires that they have exceeded
Why was
their
Dane
limit.
Rampy doing that? They have like.
Was it
literal-
Rampy?
Yeah. No, you're spot on.
Yeah.
I'm not questioning
Yeah,
you.
so
I don't know.
I don't know why, but they obviously have a count and they can see, and he's trying to notify the umpires so they can get the free kick.
But like they have a headpiece in, so like they communicate regularly. Here he is. I think he comes off the back of it. He's carrying on in the back. Here he is.
Oi! That's too many interchanges.
So he's the captain.
He's a snitch.
He's the captain on the side who's sitting on the bench. He's yelling
Yeah.
at the umpires. I'm not sure
I
what
love that.
Dane's thinking.
So-
it reminds me of Lockie Hunter.
What was
Did
that
you see
one?
this? Lockie Hunter got a $3,000 fine last week.
Oh, yeah, for going up
exactly
and
that.
like-
Yes.
But he came to scare another player on the
I
ground.
love that.
That was pretty funny.
good.
Done that before, boy? No.
I haven't, no.
No, correct.
I didn't mind the move,
Remember when
though.
Dane Rampy remember when he tried to climb the post?
Yes.
After a shot on goal.
He's a
after the
loose
siren.
cat.
Tried to scale the post to touch it. Like, that's a free kick and should have been 50. But the umpires weren't watching. Anyway.
So what that reminded me was of a few seasons ago in the NBA, Chris Paul, who is are you a bit of a basketball guy, Rubendall?
A little bit, yeah. I'm
so-
watching the finals at the
course
moment.
he
So a few seasons ago, Chris Paul was playing for the
He won the
OKC
MVP in the
Thunder.
under-13s, obviously.
And
remember that.
Yeah,
and
easy possible.
can you give us some vol here? Let's start this video again and give us some vol.
Do we go back to
No,
the
let's,
start?
here's mine. All right. So this
Three
is
straight misses
Timberwolves
at the
v Thunder.
line. In crunch time for
Carl
the
Anthony Towns is at the
Timberwolves.
line.
That door open slightly.
And you want him
Watch
to
this.
make this free throw.
Can you hear Chris Paul?
Jersey
Right.
untucked. That's a
Minnesota
delayed
just
game.
got dinged for a delay of game.
So can you pause this video, Nick? So basically, what happens is, one of the players from the Timberwolves has been subbed on, but he's got his jersey untucked, and that's a penalty.
What?
So Chris Paul from the other side of the court has noticed that a Timberwolves player has come on with his shirt untucked, and he's howling to the referee, "Jersey untucked, jersey untucked." That's a delay of game. So now the OKC Thunder get a
Down by
chance.
2 points
Yes.
here with
Is this
1.1
recent?
on the clock.
This is a few seasons ago,
Coach there for the
and now the
T-Wolves.
Thunder get a free
Looking for the
throw.
explanation from Scott Foster.
Wow.
I think
Aldo
the
will
biggest
go
thing
to the
here
line.
is you've got to have your shirt
Now, that's
tucked in
big.
to play NBA.
Yes. So now,
What
as
is
we
They've
see
gone
on
down the
screen,
other end.
Really a
the
wild
Thunder now have a
finish
free
here.
throw to send it to
closing time.
121 to 120.
Okay. That was one going in.
sounded
Sound
That was
like
what
it.
we're going in. Okay, so now the score is 121 to 120. The Timberwolves are up, and they're at the free throw line. Trust me, it's worth watching here.
It's a weird one for him to know that that's a rule.
Exactly. Snitch behaviour, bit like Rampy there, calling out to the umpire. So now,
See what he does here.
a second left on the clock. Timberwolves, okay, hit it. So now they're up by 2.
So
Second left,
launches
Mortz
it
is
to
full
Schroeder.
court.
Schroeder catches.
Schroeder sends the game to overtime.
We're not going to watch the game in
Second left.
overtime.
No, we're not going to watch the entire overtime. But that one moment, Chris Paul going jersey untucked, got them a free point, which then allowed them to
my
tie the
God.
game
Did
up
they
and
win?
send it to overtime.
Please tell me the story ends with them winning.
Nick,
Otherwise,
did they
Seems a strange thing to bring up and not know.
No, I actually can't remember, but
It really does.
it sent the game to overtime just from someone snitching on the sidelines.
Wow.
To the referee. It's a very
Doesn't that just seem a real oddball to throw in there
I mean-
and then not know who won?
Charlie,
It
what
is
are you
actually
doing over
very-
there? You
yeah, they
typing
won.
away,
So
Charlie?
the Thunder won the game.
Oh, my God.
Now that's big.
That
That's
is
crazy.
massive.
All from snitching. So
Well,
I'm for the
snitching.
snitch.
No, but the big issue. Why do you have to have your fucking shirt tucked in to play
It's just the
basketball,
rules.
mate?
Why do you only get 75 interchange?
Because it's a substitute rule. It's not that you don't have to have your socks pulled up to jump onto the AFL field, mate.
Have you ever played with your socks up, boy?
No,
or shirt tucked in for that matter?
No, neither. My calves are probably a bit too skinny to keep the socks pulled
quite
up.
skinny.
They
I
are
sit down.
skinny legs,
Yeah.
but you're just a runner. You glide across the ground.
Yeah,
and I've
so-
also noticed you've shaved the pins.
I have once again makes them look a bit more defined and.
Is that why you've shaved them?
Oh, you say it's better for getting a rub, but it's just because it looks better.
Yeah, fair enough.
Aerodynamics as well.
Yeah,
actually.
exactly.
Scully, this morning you were talking to Skeet about the fact that you don't have and never had an underground parking spot at the stadium.
Well, I have. Not that I never had, but at
the
the
last-
back end of my career,
Yes.
there would be stages I'll be out in the lawn with Hammer, and Hammer and I would walk in,
Yeah.
holding our bags. We're out in the lawn.
Ruben, you got
Yeah.
underground parking at Optus?
Wow, what do you think?
Home game, yeah, I do.
Of course he does.
please.
He's got a bit of Reuben Ginbey.
Yeah, he's got his
I'm
own
not going to
back.
park him out in the lawn, mate, and have him walk in by himself. But
Yes.
the back end of my career, yeah, I didn't have one underground. It's like Nizzy, Reuben, and then Mark Reddings, apparently.
Not for games, though. If you're playing, you're under. If you're training, though,
Yeah. Training, it was a 50-50 chance.
training,
But
if
like
you're in the
Reuben would be
squad,
down
if
there
you're in the
again.
squad, you're under there. If
Yeah.
you're not, you're outside.
Okay, so I got a message here on Instagram.
I was blown up because Mark Reddings, like, love him, but he finds his way into things, but I don't know how he does. And he has an underground car park game day as a media person. I don't know how that happens.
So this person sent me an Instagram message saying, "Hey man, I was listening to the Shelter Footy cast today. Can you pass on a message to your mate Scully? Tell him I've had a parking spot under the stadium every game for the last 4 years, so I don't know why he isn't getting love. I actually saw him post-game about a month ago. He walked past my car on his way out, peering into all the other cars, looking like he wanted someone to give him a lift home."
Who wrote that?
That's from Troy, the guy who plays guitar on the roof
Right,
at
Troy.
Optus Stadium.
Right, Troy. Listen here, Troy. Listen here.
Pick me
You
up.
know how I walk
Pick
past
me
your
up on the
car?
way in.
The funny thing is, the kicker of this story is there's a 30-minute
Yeah,
blockage
hilarious.
on the underground cars. So I get
sucked
to
in,
leave
Troy.
before you, Troy. Sucked in. Enjoy your underground car park. You might not get bird shit on under there, mate, but I get to leave first.
Sucked in, Troy.
Tell him, Reuben.
Cop that, Troy.
Ruben, we get to introduce you to one of our favourite segments on the BackChat
I wish you could
podcast.
hear this. Is there a way
that
to
in,
hear
Rubes.
this?
Yeah.
Put them in, Reuben.
Once
And
you put
tell
that
us-
in,
Oh, yeah,
send-
I know you've heard one good song today,
Yeah.
but this could actually top it.
This will blow the roof off the joint.
Here we go. Absolutely brilliant.
Give
I'm
it
all
to me.
ears.
Swimply the best. What do you think about
That's
that?
right. Like
good?
that?
Very good.
Yeah, Swimply the best.
Love the honesty as well.
Swimply the best. It's the Airbnb for pools.
I
Do
mean,
you have a pool at your
Oh, that's
where
a
you're
good
living? at the
question.
moment?
I don't. Carl has one that's just down the road. Though,
Carl
so
has one.
jump in
Okay.
there.
Carl Langdon.
Perfect. So if you don't have a pool but you want one, Swimply is the answer. It's the Airbnb for pools.
Get Carl to put
Yeah,
his
get
pool
Carl
on.
to put his pool on Swimply.
Yeah, you
I
can
mean,
go.
Reuben would know all of this. He listens to BackChat.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
he knows we're big supporters of Swimply and what they're
course.
doing down there.
He does.
Swimply the best moments of the round. I'm surprised Reuben hasn't had one yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's difficult to put a number on which one of his tackles is the best. So that's probably why he hasn't, because otherwise just all three of them would be the boy.
Absolutely, and it'd be skewed. We know who'd win anyway. But that's fine. Let's go to the first moment. So this is the North Melbourne Sydney game. This is a goal from our man Paul Curtis.
Our
Otherwise,
man.
our man.
Campbell had a
This
fumble at
was
the last
fucking
moment.
awesome.
Curtis
On the
gets
floor,
up with
picks
it,
up the
shrugs one
There's
tackle,
wow.
trusts
There's
the
two. The
second,
lizard, that
and it
hurts.
has a ping. Oh,
Shit, that's a good sausage.
Wow.
what a goal.
There's been some good goals this year, mate.
Can we play that? Oh, here we go. Here's the replay. He's on the floor.
A little bit of quality
On the
in
wrong
left
side for a
forward
left footer.
pocket.
Have you ever done anything like that, Rube?
Outstanding
No, that's
goal.
not really me there. Not too flashy.
No,
I'd rather be the bloke just pinning him down and tackling
Yeah,
him.
you would
So
rather
that's
tackle
very-
him.
Yeah, imagine Curtis trying to shrug Jimby off. Tell you
all right,
what.
that's moment one.
That was very good. There's been some good goals this year, and that's one of them.
Yeah. Before, oh, here we go. This is Sam Durham, Essendon v Richmond game. Closing moments of the game.
Screws it to the top of the screen.
Who's 17? Is that Rioli?
Yep.
What are you doing? Why aren't you spoiling the ball?
34
There's
seconds.
44 seconds in.
Bombers in front by a point.
This is to win the game.
12 seconds. 11.
He's just scored the winner
I
with
hadn't seen that.
7
You hadn't
seconds
seen
to go.
that?
I hadn't seen
That was
that.
awesome.
Can
I'm
I-
going to say it. No,
can I
no,
make-
shush, I want to watch this. Oh, it's still going.
Bombers are in front
Please.
by a point with 7 seconds to
Daniel Rioli,
go.
what are you doing?
They've kicked 4
That's
of
why you
the
don't play
last 5
midfielders in the back
goals.
line. Oh, God. You got to spoil that. I'm sorry, Reuben. Got to get it done. Sorry.
Okay. Do you want me to give you even better context for this? Nick, give us the next video. And this is what happened to Durham last year. 30 seconds to go.
The young man goes up and takes
Against
the
North
mark.
Melbourne.
Durham
I mean, there's 8
right in
minutes,
front of
24
goal.
seconds.
Yeah, that's
left in the
fine.
second quarter.
It's the exact same. It's the exact same spot. though.
Against North Melbourne.
Exact
Not
same spot.
Dream time at the G. So contextually,
That's it.
just a little bit
Reuben,
different.
what's
That's
that
where we
moment look
want-
like?
Used as a wingman in
It's
the
long,
VFL.
but
Oh, wow, that's
he's
great.
not shaving it for cancer, so.
Yeah, correct.
In 2 drafts in the Richmond VFL.
So he's lining up.
Impressed Essendon. They picked him up mid-season.
No pressure on this kick, given the
He's
state of the
taken a
game.
mark in front of goal.
He's missed it.
And he's missed it. Straight in front. You couldn't get an easier goal.
Identical spot.
Identical spot. So you reckon
He would have been thinking about that
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
I've done this before when
And
there's
I've
less
shit
pressure.
the bed.
And
I
you
was
shit-
thinking that. Like,
I've done this before, and I've walked up and had a big bag of dicks and shit the bed.
is this the Hamish speaking differently? Is that what you were talking about before?
Yep, I've never heard anyone say big bag of dicks, but it's pretty good. I might use it.
That's the second moment.
Please don't.
You're welcome
Don't
to.
speak like him.
Nah, mate, you just keep being you, all right?
And then the third moment, this is from Ash Johnson.
I don't think I'll be here to
I'm
do
just
the
gonna
vote
say,
story.
I
So
knew
they're
that.
your
This is the
votes
best
today,
thing I've said.
unfortunately.
This was a
McCreary really shanked that full.
Mason Cox.
Get a bit of that in here. Ouch.
Why are you pushing people around, Mason? You've just had a poster on you, mate. Can we get to watch this again?
That was an unbelievable grab. Ash Johnson got high and brought down a ripper. Oh, our game is great when you see that stuff.
Look at him. He's coming down with snow.
Great
Hey,
one.
that is big. Ever taken a specky before, Reuben?
A couple, a few.
Of course you
Yes.
have.
That's big on Cox.
Oh, not on Cox, but it
Horizontal.
ends up getting over Cox.
Well, that's horizontal on Cox right now.
All right, there are 3 moments of the round thanks to Swimply. Swimply the best. Tomorrow, that will go up on socials. You get to vote for your favourite moment of the round.
Sign up to Swimply. You want to pull, you got to pull.
You do.
You know what to do.
Oh, God, yeah.
Have you put yours up yet?
Nah, guys, I
but
can't do it.
Yeah, nah.
You can't.
Nah, his wife said he's
Beck
not.
said I can't.
But
But I tell you what, boys, put it up.
yeah.
Swimply the best.
Awesome.
BackChat Backman Award had a break last week for various reasons.
I think-
Who knows why?
I think the major reason is we knew who was coming in this week.
Yeah, we wanted to save it. Big one for this round. The BackChat Backman Award, it's the biggest award that you can get in the AFL.
Easily.
Brownlow, nah. Coleman, nah. Psh. BackChat Backman Award.
Come on.
How much do you boys speak about this award down at the footy club?
Not a heap, but
so honest.
definitely means a lot in these 4 walls, I'm sure.
Yeah, that is correct.
Great
Reuben.
answer,
You're
great
spot on, mate. You're
Okay,
Spot on.
and you get to play a part in this.
You
this
do.
week, Reuben.
You do.
We have
This
a-
is- you're like
Wowza.
We have a clear 3-vote getter. We have a clear 2-vote getter.
Hamish
But you
McLaughlin.
get to decide who gets the 1 vote for
We'll
this round.
finish with the 1 vote.
We'll finish with the 1.
Yeah.
Are we doing last week's or?
Yeah, that's a very,
Are
very
you going
good
to tell
point.
us who won last week?
Yes. we
Scully
are.
can get that up. Let's do this week's first and then
Okay.
putting Scully under the
This
pump.
week,
That's all right.
someone by the name, 3 votes, Dougal Howard.
Dougal fucking Howard.
Which
So
I
can
mentioned
you- yeah,
before
can you
to
please
to
speak?
Scully. I was like, Dougal Howard, what's his first name? Thinking it was like one of those double barrel
Pal
last
Pepper.
names.
Oh, yeah, Pal Pepper. Dougal Howard.
But his name's Dougal.
Dan was disgusted with Dougal, and I would
I was
like to check.
disgusted.
You're Dougal.
I
didn't vomit.
I would like to just make it known to everyone that in my 1 game of AFL football, I ran through and bounced off the chest of Dougal Howard with the footy in my hand.
Really?
Yep. Picked up a ground ball, ran through him, bounced off, gave a handball.
I'm a big Dougal Howard.
Oh, I love
man.
him. Great fella. Great mop. I used to call him the mop because he just would mop everything up.
So he got 3 votes
He
this
got 3
week.
votes.
Last week he got 2. Right,
Oh,
so he's
great.
on the move. He's
Yeah,
on the move
absolutely.
big time. I don't know if we've updated the
Wowzers.
leaderboard, but Tom Barras, 3 votes last week.
Yep,
Nice.
that's right.
Right.
Gun.
He's a gun, isn't he?
Tell us about Tom Barras.
Great fella,
Yes.
very casual.
Yes.
But when it comes to his game, he's a fucking gun.
Absolutely he is the boy. And Jacob Wiedering, he's a star, 1 vote last
Yep.
week. So they were the 3-2-1 last week. Not sure if we've updated the leaderboard, but that's what happened last week.
Wiedering would have got 3 votes, but he got the other 2 hacked from his account.
That's correct. Someone told him to put him somewhere
someone
else,
told
and
him
he just
to
chucked him
transfer it somewhere else.
Very trusting
So
guy.
He just
that
got
guy.
the 1 anyway.
So that's the 3 votes. 2 votes to Brandon
Dumb
Zirk
answers.
Thatcher.
Brandon Zirk Thatcher.
See, that's a hyphenated name for you.
Yeah,
That's
His
it.
first-
Yeah, what's
It'd be
his
like saying
first
2
name?
votes
Zirk.
Zirk Thatcher. Zirk's a weird first name.
Yeah, it's not actually that far from Dirk, mate. So don't kid yourself.
Shout out Dirt Nowitzki. Do you like Dirt Nowitzki?
He's okay.
Okay, you can leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
The greatest of all time.
All right,
Okay.
now.
Right, so do Howard White 3.
Yep.
2 to Brandon Zerk Thatcher. And now we're bringing in the boy.
Yep. There's 4 people here who are up for one vote.
This is solely to the boy as well. I do not want influence.
No
from
influence.
Okay, so I know who one of the vote
Shush.
getters are going to be. That's
Shush.
okay. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to look silently.
I'm
going to
read you out 4 names and you get to select them.
And
okay.
you're going to give us a reason as well.
Okay. These are the names: Jack Buckley, Ryan Gardner, Griffin Logue, Nick Murray. Reuben?
Wasn't the names I was expecting.
Well, that's what you got to choose
Read them
from.
to him one more time.
Jack Buckley from the GWS Giants.
Yes.
Ryan Gardner from the Bulldogs. Griffin Logue from the North Melbourne Kangaroos, formerly Fremantle. Wally Dockers. And Nick Murray, who plays for Adelaide.
Now, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything to bias Reuben here, but one of those 4 are my best mate, and I desperately want him to win this award. So choose wisely.
Alrighty. I have a bit of a bias of my own. Was a Freo fan.
Good. We like it.
He's now at North,
Wow.
but I'll have to go Griffin Logue.
Really good. Really good.
Yeah, well done.
Griffin.
It's
Really
disappointing
good.
to me. But
Tell him who your best mate is.
yeah, I would have gone with Jack Buckley.
Okay.
He's he is. Well, the award will be named after him at the end of the year. But
If he wins.
if he wins it, that's
Yeah, I
geez.
think
Griffin
the-
Logue, honorary. Yeah, he's a good fella and an honorary recipient.
I think the leaderboard has been updated, Charlie. I can see it's tapping away over there. I believe there's a new leader, Hammer.
Fucking kills me.
Oh, my
After
goodness.
last week's results and this week as well, top of the leaderboard is none other than Tom Barras.
Shit.
Your boy.
You can't knock him. He's just a good player, isn't he?
He's on 11 votes, Tommy Barras. He's had a very big season. 9 votes, Jack Buckley from
Okay,
GWS.
so he still wouldn't have been winning, even if the boy had given him the vote. That's
And
right.
7 votes to hilariously written Doogal Dougal Howard.
Dougal
That's not how
Howard.
you spell it, but that's how you say it.
We wrote it phonetically so that we wouldn't.
That's correct. He's in
stuff it
3rd
up.
place with 7. Then we've just got a string of absolute fucking gentlemen of the game. Jacob Wiedering, Harris Andrews, Asava Radicalia. I mean, have you seen such beauty?
Where's my boy Sammy Collins at?
Sammy Collins is coming. He's a little bit off the pace. He's on 3 votes.
That's okay. That's okay.
Tommy Barras leading all comers right now in the BackChat Backman of the Year award.
All right, before we send Reuben off,
Yeah, we're
anything
not,
else for him?
Yeah, we're not making Reuben stick around the whole
No,
show.
that's fair enough.
Anything else for us, Reuben? We did see you put BackChat as your favourite podcast in the record. Can you talk to us about that? Because
Yes.
we felt privileged.
We did, definitely.
For sure. So,
I mean, it hurt me that you said with Will Schofield and Dan Const, but that's
He would have
okay.
written that in the preseason.
Yeah, of course.
this was, I think I was, so when I started listening would have been the pre-season of my draft year. Pretty big year.
Massive year.
A lot of driving up from Dunsborough. Got a bit of sick of music. I listened to everything, bit of rap, a few sing-alongs, all that hoo-ha. So I thought, let's try out a podcast. Never really watched one before. Listened to one, sorry.
Yes.
You can watch it on YouTube as well if you
Exactly.
want to.
Thank you, Hammer.
You're welcome.
So, got the BackChat up. I think it was, can't remember what episode it was, but my favourite one, Sean McManus one. Love that one. So, it all started from there, and it's been my favourite ever since.
So
Boys, an
you're a listener.
aficionado.
So you're a listener.
I am.
Wow.
I don't know how much more special we can feel in here, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. Tell you what, Reuben Ginbey loves listening to BackChat, and we love you, mate.
Yeah, we do, mate.
It's been a real
Phenomenal.
pleasure to watch. Could we give him the headphones and just play him out on
Play
his
him out
song?
on his
I mean,
own.
what do you think?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear it one more time.
Do we have
course you
anything
would.
else? Do we need to finish with Reuben?
No, we're going to play this and then hear a bit more from Fleet Network.
Okay, very good. You can just finish yourself off on this. Reuben's going to have a great
I know I will.
I will.
He knows the score.
I know I will.
Like the back of his
I can
hand.
hear it.
Them are the
Sing along.
boys.
They don't give a damn.
He can run on the wing.
Yes, you
Run
can.
Chase you down.
Chase him down.
Nothing can take him down.
Shit,
He's
yeah.
the boy.
He's the boy.
No, nothing can take him down. He's the boy. Champion. Yeah. No, nothing can take. You can't take him down. He's got juice in the tank. Off the halfback flank. I got news for you, baby. Looking at the boy.
I tell you what, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Oh,
Thank you
shit,
very
yeah, it
much
has.
for gracing us with your presence. You're a good man. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
The boy.
New favourite song. Thank you very much, lads.
Yeah, it's very good.
Fucking God.
Give me a Fleet Network. There you go. Looking to save thousands on your next car and bundle your running costs, Hammer?
Yes, I am.
Look no further than Fleet Network. I thought you might be. Salary package your car and unlock savings and benefits with a novated lease.
Novated, yep.
Novated leasing, you'll use your pre-tax income to pay for your car and running costs like fuel, servicing, rego, insurance. I wonder if they pay fines.
They better. Parking fines, speeding fines.
You paid mine yet?
Yep, fine.
You have?
Yeah, I've done it.
Okay, thank you. This lowers your taxable income, saving you money. You should worry about this because bringing that taxable income, that big one of yours that you're rolling around with, saving you money and reducing the cost of running your car. Your repayment is drawn from your salary, so you don't need to do a thing, Hammer.
Wow.
Not needing to do a thing. That's got to be a
I
positive.
mean, I do like doing no things.
What's more, they'll source your choice of car from their nationwide supplier network and negotiate exclusive discounts. It sounds like Patreons, and I mean patrons. Plus, you pay no upfront fees and no GST on your car's purchase price. As novated leasing and salary packaging experts for more than 25 years, how old are you?
I'm 25. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Wow.
Me and Novated.
Fleet Network will make your move to novated leasing simple and stress-free. Getting started is easy. Contact Fleet Network today or visit their website, www.fleetnetwork.com.au to get started and feel the freedom of novated leasing. I know you don't like it when I say www.
You didn't put a dot
Yeah,
after it.
www Fleet. I think there's a dot in there.
Okay, you guys figure it out. You know what to do. Fleetnetwork.com.au. Tell you what, if you've been watching on YouTube, you saw us all like hanging around the cameras just then.
Faffing
Reuben's
about.
out of there. We got him off to bed. He's had a big weekend.
Wrap him in cotton wool, I say.
He flew down from Tassie yesterday. We record this. It's not like overly late, but like came here at 8 o'clock at night. Like what an absolute gentleman of a
what a
bloke.
legend.
And like you can hear him speak. He's just such a great bloke. I hope nothing but the best for this man.
Absolutely.
We're going to have him on the full BackChat guest thing.
Yeah.
Just after he's played a little bit more than 10 games.
Yeah, that's right. That's good.
What a gun. What an
all right.
absolute gun. I'm actually like, what a great bloke.
I just want to hang out with him all the time.
Yeah, I know. I actually do too.
Do you reckon we just rock over to his house and hang out?
No,
I want that.
Maybe.
Let's talk BlueBet.
All right, we've pissed Hammer off.
Piss Hammer off. Reuben's not here.
Well,
It's time to talk
there's not
BlueBet.
a lot to talk about here. BlueBet, big supporters of this podcast, and we love them too. So if you are having a bet, maybe jump on BlueBet. But if you're not, don't worry about it. We have been really focusing in hard for our
On the Backman. That's
our
right.
Backman, BackChat, Backman.
Absolutely. So we've been doing our multi that you could get nowhere else but here. The spoils multi from the Backman.
And that's genuine. That's not just talking shit. No, I'll tell you right now, no one's putting spoiling markets out there.
No,
I'll tell you
absolutely
that
not.
right now.
So this week we had a set of names. Unfortunately, last minute,
Yes.
Tom Barras withdrew from the West Coast game due to illness.
All fortunately.
Yeah, that's right. All fortunate. We wish nothing but the best for Tom Barras as well.
So our bet was voided.
That's
So
right.
if you did put money on it, you did get your money back.
Yeah, let's quickly run through the names just so we can show people what we did.
Yeah.
So we had Brennan Cox, Dougal Howard, that's his full name,
Dukes.
Alir, Jacob Wiedering, Charlie Ballard, and of course TB Tom Barras, who
Why
was.
didn't you
who
ask
didn't
what Alira's first name is?
Well, I know it's Alir.
Oh, okay. So you don't know how many spoils these guys had, do you?
No, I do. It's right in front of me.
Oh, okay. Someone updated that. Who did that? Come on, Charlie.
Charlie, what a man.
Fucking
Dougal Howard,
You're all over it, Charlie.
11 spoils.
We got it.
Absolute beast. Got it
Of course
done.
he did. Seriously, I called that game. He was as impassable as
Go on.
Hamish Brayshaw locking down someone on the forward flank.
Absolutely.
I would say Reuben Ginbey tackling someone.
Oh, huge. Alir got 8. Of course.
he did.
Got it done. Jacob Wiedering, just enough done. 5. He got it.
I only needed 5.
Yeah.
Thanks,
He
Jacob.
knew what was up. Charlie Ballard, different story. Got the 4.
4.
Yeah.
Had 9 the week before. Had 10 the week before.
Yeah.
Had 9. No,
he's
had
been,
9.
He's been pretty consistent with the spoils, but
Wow. So
slightly
we
off.
missed it. So we would have lost.
Missed it. Brendan Cox also.
He had 4.
4.
I know he did. I thought
So-
he was the only one. So we would have lost. But
would have
thank
lost.
you to Tom Barras and his illness. So although not RIP Tom Barras, we do,
No,
hope
I think he's
best
on the
for him.
mend.
But he's saved everyone some money. Thank you, Tom.
That's right. And the Eagles really needed him, by the way. So he probably would have had 40. He would have had 40 spoils.
Are you okay? I mean, we didn't want to speak about it in front of young Reuben because I just didn't want to, bring him into that. But as an Eagles fan, you okay?
Oh, you know what? Like when you expect just the worst, like you just, you're not let down. Put it that way. I'm not getting let down every week. It's not like being a Carlton fan where you're like, mate, we got a chance. Let's go top 4. Let's play finals. I know we're going to lose, so I'm not upset about it. Now it's just enjoying the ride of losing. And I've been spoilt my entire life.
Do we need to go through our tipping?
Yeah, we're going to do that now. But Hammer, you can come back in now because we're finished.
Hamish tip West Coast.
Well, Hamish...
almost got it this week, mate.
While Hamish is coming in, this week on our BackChat guest, we usually just have one. Sometimes, if you're lucky, we've got 2 people on there. But this week...
If you're extra lucky, there's only one and his name's Reuben Ginbey.
Yes.
But if you're trifecta lucky,
yeah,
you get 3.
I'm back.
Try lucky. You get 3. And that's what we had this week.
Gee whiz.
Angus. Andy.
Yeah.
Hamish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Brayshaws.
Yeah.
And Will.
I didn't quite...
Not Will Brayshaw, Will Schofield.
Well, I didn't quite probably hit the nail on the head there because I was trying to get your 4th brother, Will, onto the podcast, but he unavailable. And I probably should have realised the podcast was with Andy, Angus, Hamish, and Will. Like I could have
You could
been
have
that guy.
you could have
Could
substituted.
have actually
that
used
in.
some of that material. Mate, it was good having you all on.
It was great.
This is
Yeah,
the
we
next
loved
guest
it.
episode.
We did love it. So
Was there any banter after? Not banter. Was there any chat afterwards, or you
Yeah.
just go in your separate ways?
no, there was. So the podcast is it out yet?
No, it's
tomorrow.
it's this week. Yeah, Wednesday.
Well, a little
teaser.
A little teaser.
Yeah.
Andrew was we were meant to start recording at about 3:30 local
Yep.
time. Angus was on Zoom on a Teams call from about
this
maybe
is
half
right.
an hour before that.
This is right. Yeah.
Andrew was on this Zoom meeting, and if it's something starts at 2 and says it finishes at 3:30, a lot of these Zoom meetings get cut short, and you're finishing sort of like 10 past 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
So Scully sent a text to me, which I then forwarded on to them. Said, guys, we're going to aim for 3:15-ish if your Zoom finishes early, otherwise 3:30.
Yeah.
Not only did it not finish 15 minutes earlier than Andrew's Zoom call, it finished about 15 minutes late.
Yeah.
So
We're talking half hour.
we're talking half an hour from when Angus was expecting it to start to when it actually did start. So he was rattled early. The reason he was rattled is because he has got, with a group of the Melbourne boys, he's got something called Tuesday Night Chew.
Tuesday, cheers.
Tuesday Chews. And it's been like a religious thing that they've been doing for a long time now. And
what is it?
they just go
out to dinner.
they go to dinner to the same restaurant every Tuesday.
All right,
And
okay.
they all go there at the same time, the same group, every single week. Now, like,
You can't be late.
you can't be late, you can't miss it. One of the boys couldn't come because he had COVID, and they didn't let him come for the next 3 weeks. He was banned for 3 weeks. So it's severe. Now, Angus said this off the top, like he's got Tuesday Chew, and I knew how much it meant to him. And Andrew was late, and he was late, and he was Angus was texting him, calling him. He was not happy. Anyway, they were in Adelaide after us, so I saw him beforehand. And I also saw Angus. I saw Charlie Spargo, who is also in the Tuesday Chew Club.
Wow.
And he said, mate, Gus was so flat that he missed Tuesday Chew.
He miss it.
Completely.
So he was late, but here's the punishment. Here was the punishment. He texted in and said, boys, I'm on a podcast. I'm sorry I'm late. They all went with it. Don't worry about it, mate. It's fine. We'll wait. So a few guys, they were still sort of eating when he got there. He sat down, ordered, like finishing their food. They were all just sitting around chatting and had completely embraced him. And it was like, mate, don't worry about it. It happens. It's fine. Angus smelt that something was off. But like sitting around, there's about 10 of them sitting at this table in the middle of this restaurant. They all get there. They're all just sort of chilling, chewing the fat, having the last sips of their Coke Zero. Angus's meal gets brought out, sat on the table. As soon as it hits the table, the rest of them stand up and walk out. So it had been a very well planned.
I need to apologise.
And it
to
was
him.
everyone up, everyone out. They all went to get Yochi for dessert, and Angus just had to sit there and eat all his food by himself as quick as he could to get out
Jeepers.
and go have dessert with the lad.
I feel awful.
Pretty funny.
It's a bloody good episode.
It is really
Apart
good.
from that, and you know, for me, I was watching along. The main thing I kept thinking of was, boy, I wish I had brothers. Like it would just be nice to have the
like,
camaraderie,
the camaraderie
of a couple
was
of brothers.
elite.
Yeah, I quite often think to myself, like I would, like if I could snap my fingers right now and have 4 sons, I'd just do it in a heartbeat. It'd be fucking awesome. Like it was the best upbringing ever, and it was a shame we couldn't get Will on because he adds to the.
I might just do
first
Will by
4.
himself.
You may as well. He adds to the first 4. But yeah, mate, it was. I had a lot of fun. First time we've all done it, so it was very, very enjoyable.
Unreal. So that comes out tomorrow, wherever you get your podcasts. You can watch on YouTube as well, and you'll see all the boys together. First time ever. They're all
First
you guys
time
are
ever
all
we've all been on
podcast,
the
which is
podcast
huge.
together.
I got 7 on tipping this week, and I'm currently sitting 36th in our
There's
league.
no fucking way you're coming 36th.
I'm coming 36th on our tipping.
So you're sizzling.
Yeah.
You're absolutely well and truly sizzling.
7.
There's no way that's meant to say 136. There's no way you're coming 36.
How many have we got in the comp?
150.
36.
Yeah, bro.
There's like 300 and something. There's like 300.
I would be coming last. I don't think I've put a tip in
Because
that
you
one in
take
a long
West
time.
Coast every week. Will, you
coming-
got 6, and
Mate, but
you're
you pick West Coast against like when they play Carlton. You pick West Coast. There's no way you're coming 36th. Am I right? You're laughing over there. What are your
you?
ratings, Charlie?
Can you scroll down all the way down to the bottom? Because I think I would be down the bottom. I haven't put my tips into this.
Oh, thank you
Thanks,
for
mate.
participation there, Hammer.
Yeah.
But
I
if
reckon-
you did want to, you could, and you could win the $250
Exactly.
Oh,
voucher.
do you know what I've just...
Oh, I might have actually been going well though,
What?
because I'm
I'm worried that maybe I'm not 36 now. You got all this doubt in me. Oh, okay. No, I am 36.
36.
Well done,
Yeah,
mate.
I'm
How
sizzling.
far off the lead is he? Charlie?
Obviously 35 spots.
Yeah, but total tips.
Thank you, Hamish. Yeah. Hey?
Wow, only 7 tips off.
That's what I mean, mate.
Pretty good.
And the guys at the top, I look at and I'm like, I don't know how these guys are doing
Yeah,
this.
some of them are
And
picking
girls and
everyone
girls.
right and getting
Missing
the margin
by-
within 2.
I feel like they're
It's bull.
putting their tips in on the Sunday and going, oh,
Well,
well,
they've
just missed
somehow
out.
just, yeah.
Well,
Just
they've got
back to
the-
the future style.
is it
They've just
the
got the
almanac?
almanac.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well done,
That's
boys.
pretty
Very
scary.
good.
Doug won this week. Doug W
Gotta
got
give-
9, every tip right, and he was 5 off the margin. So bloody good work, Doug.
Got to give a shout out to Doug. Doug's been
a great
big
legend for Doug.
Doug's been a big supporter of BackChat. I think
Absolutely.
you've met Doug Hammer. Most of the guys here have met Doug. He's been to BackChat Live. He's been to BackChat Beers. He's a BackChat fan. And not only has Doug signed up to Patreon to play this tipping comp,
Yeah, he has.
he has won it, which gets him a $250 voucher to the Canfield. And if there's any of our fans that deserve it, it's probably Doug. So bloody well
Absolutely.
done, Doug.
And also, if there's any fans that'll go to the Canfield, have some beers and send a photo in, it'll be
It'll be Doug. We got our first one last week.
I know. That's why I was a
Did we?
perfect
Did we
lead-in.
repost
Thank
it?
you.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't say it.
Scheduled it. All right, let's just do a quick whip through the games.
Thank you.
Melbourne Port. A lot of people would have probably tipped Melbourne, but Port come through 4 points. Bloody good game.
It was
Great game.
pissing now with rain. The worst umpiring decision I've ever
Yes.
seen in my life.
You tweeted about it.
I've never seen a worse free kick ever.
Which one?
Mate,
Oh, no. We've got my
what's
ranking
Hamish coming?
out of.
So there's 289 in there,
Yep.
Hey,
and you haven't tipped, so you're doing well to
doing
be
pretty
in
well,
front
yeah.
of people.
how are you beating those others?
Well, if you don't tip, you just get the away team.
Do you? Do you actually get?
I
Do you
think
actually
so.
get the away
You
teams?
get the away team if you don't tip. Yep.
All right, you've probably almost beating me. So worst free kick I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Goal gets kicked. Don't know if it was Port or Melbourne. Must have been a Port goal. Max Gorn was on the line. Max Gorn's running back to try and get back to the centre bounce, and Sam Powell-Pepper is just getting in his way. He's not even bumping him. He's
Double
genuinely not even
Just
bumping
getting in
him.
the way, yeah.
Gets in the way once. Umpire's right there.
First
Said,
name, Powell.
Sam.
Dan loved it. Got him.
Sam, don't bump him. And then
Sam.
that's how umpire saw it. And then Sam bumps him again. Sam, don't bump him again. Bumps him again. And I'm talking not
He
bumping.
just stands in his
He's
way.
literally just scuffling him. I don't
Max
even,
is running into him on
He's
purpose.
feathering him, mate. And Max is running into him. And the umpire blows the whistle. Sam, you've bumped him too many times. Free kick in the middle of the ground to Melbourne. Not a warning, no nothing. Free kick.
Three
I mean,
warnings
they
by
get-
the sounds of things.
That's not a warning, mate. A 666, they get a warning for doing that, right? They stop the game and go, oh, well, you get another chance at that. They have given a free kick from the centre bounce
that is.
for bumping the ruckman.
That does,
Seriously,
that's not what you want.
that's embarrassing, mate.
North Melbourne. Yeah, we talked about this. They lose by 3 points.
Yep,
Free
hurts
kick at
them.
the very
North
end.
Melbourne
That hurts.
lost by 3. Yeah, that's correct.
Yes, Western Bulldogs.
At Ballarat, coldest place in the world, isn't it?
Yeah, I've played there 3 games consecutively in my under 19th in my 19th year.
Really?
I played the last game of VFL against the North Ballarat Roosters. It was their last ever game in the VFL. Played them out there,
You sent them off, did you?
sent them off. We beat them.
See you later.
See you later. And then I qualified to play TAC Cup for the last game of the season. So I'd gone to start the year at TAC Cup, played VFL. Because I got invited to some state combine thing, I got invited back to play the last game and then finals. Played the last game against Northern Knights out at Ballarat.
Wow.
We won that game, had 30 and kicked 5 with 11 tackles. And then the next week was the first week of finals. We played the Murray Bushrangers out at Ballarat. 3 weeks on the fucking trot, driving 3.5 hours to the coldest place on the planet.
It's grim out there, mate.
It's shithouse, one or
So
three
it's
games.
called Mars Stadium. May as well be on Mars. It's absolutely
May as
grim
well.
out in Ballarat. Bailey Smith, he's back in form. I will just say that.
Isn't
He's
he
absolutely
ever?
sizzling. No Trelaw, unfortunately. Big friend of the family here at BackChat.
Mm-hmm.
Bailey Smith is back, baby.
Well, you'll upbeat Geelong. Flamantle's back. We've talked about that. Brisbane, the Q, what do they call it? The Q stick?
Q Clash.
The Q Clash.
Do we have to call it Wally flag or something? Or Wally mantle?
Well, you're up. You said it.
yeah, but like,
Wally-
because if it's flag mantle, does it have to be
people have
flag
been
you love?
putting this through. Walia Cup, you
Oh, I like
reckon?
that.
Wow.
Don't mind that at all.
Hello.
Someone wrote it through, and I was like, "Oh, that makes sense." And now I've forgotten what it is.
Walia Cup. Flagulum. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
very
Flagulum.
good.
Thank you, Charlie.
All right, back to Brisbane. Brisbane, of course, beat Gold Coast in the Q Clash. How many on the trot is that? It must be a fair
A
few.
lot, mate. I said this on the Shelter Footy Cast, and I was pretty happy with it, so I want to repeat it on here. They should have a plaque on the ladder at about 12th to 15th. Here lies the Gold Coast Suns.
Yeah, great.
They never do anything more. It's not even mediocre. It's just nothing. They're
Nothing
the
burgers.
average, not even average. They're a below average team that does sweet F all every year. They're never going to get better. They're never going to beat anyone good. Even when they beat the good teams, it's like a big upset, and then the next week they'll lose to North Melbourne. They're just shit.
Yep. 9 Q
Nine
clashes
Q clashes in a row.
They've got a few shining lights.
Show
though.
some fight.
Who?
Lemons.
Don't
King. Rao, Collins.
How long till Rao
Wits.
wants out, though? Rao's surely gone.
Rao will
next
never
contract.
leave.
Sexton.
You reckon?
Rao will be the next captain of the club.
Matty
Will never
Rowell
leave.
loves his footy and loves.
Okay,
Did he eat grass? Did we see
Anderson.
that? Did he eat grass at the Gabba?
Probably.
Lukosius. They got some good players.
Essendon beat Richmond
Awesome
by
to
a
win.
point thanks to
And ended Damien Hardwick's coaching
yeah,
career.
absolutely, ended it.
Genuinely. See you later.
So
See you
is
dinner.
it Sam Durham? Was it Sam?
Durham.
Yeah, Sam
Sam
Durham.
Durham,
And that one kick potentially ended Hardwick's
I
career.
wonder if
Let's
that's what
pin it on him.
Dimmer's like. Has he just gone? Yeah,
I think the reason was coaching fatigue.
Yeah, so he's literally just going, yeah, fuck
Fuck
it.
this.
I'm over it.
I'm out of here.
I'm done.
What if a player did that? Like a player goes, oh, I'm done. Like
a very good question.
midway through the season,
Oh, who?
I can't be
No,
bothered.
Tom Boyd.
Yeah.
He just said I've had
Alex
was-
Rance.
Yeah.
Alex
Was he
Rance.
celebrated, or didn't Rance want to
Some
become?
rumours going around, Alex
was a
Rance
Mormon.
and David
He had to do his Mormon duties or something.
Yeah, I've heard
Rance?
that.
All right, let's move on. We're going to skip this one and come back to it because we're going to
Wasn't
talk
he a
about.
Jehovah's Witness?
Oh, sorry, I may have
not a Mormon.
misreligiously him. I don't know. if
You're
that's
the
a thing.
religious guy, man.
I don't know. Carlton Collingwood. Carlton disappointing fans since
I was gonna
1922.
Say, what I said about Gold Coast, pretty much say the same thing about
yeah, except Gold Coast fans just know their shit. Carlton,
No, but Carlton fans know their shit too.
but they just get a glimmer
do.
of hope every
Carlton
now
do
and then.
get you excited. It's like dancing with your sister. You feel good for a little bit and then nothing ever happens.
Yeah.
I can say that because I don't have a sister.
Okay.
So that works.
I don't know if that's
Collingwood
what
is
it is.
sizzling
I don't know
9-1.
that's right.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Collingwood flag favourites at the moment. 9-1.
Yeah, I
Don't
mean,
look really don't look big.
don't look
Mason, why did
phased.
Mason Cox all of a sudden become
the guy, the
best player in the comp?
Well, they don't have another ruckman. That's just like what, and he's still getting
he was getting
posterised.
dropped a few weeks
Yeah.
ago. He wasn't even in the team, and he's come out of nowhere.
Oh, who's the second best team in the competition?
I mean,
Melbourne.
I still think Melbourne.
They just lost.
I know,
to Port
but I
Adelaide.
still think Melbourne.
So Port Adelaide's better than Melbourne.
Nah, I still think Melbourne is.
If there was a grand final this week, who would be in it and who would win?
No, I think it would be
against-
Collingwood, Melbourne. I think Melbourne win.
I would do too.
Ooh, really?
I don't think the way Collingwood plays stands up in finals, and that's just probably
Eye test.
added to the list of things that I've gotten wrong over the last 12 months. But I don't know. There's just something that I don't like about Collingwood, and maybe it's just because they're Collingwood. I think we're going to have potentially a couple of Collingwood players
Yeah,
on
we
the
will
podcast
very soon.
next
Happy
couple
about
of
that.
weeks.
GWS lose to St Kilda by 2 goals.
Great game of football.
It was actually good.
Really good game of footy. I watched it. It was excellent. Max King, Star,
Tell you what
Jack
was-
Sinclair, fucking
Tell you
gun.
what's good about it. St Kilda's backline, mate. I said this
Yeah.
about Freo last year. They're the best backline in the comp. St Kilda's backline, featuring Dougal, Callum Wilkie is a star. He'd be all Australian right now. He's had the most intercepts in the competition. They've just got a bunch of guys down there that some of them I don't even know. Jack Sinclair was playing there for the first half. He had 37 and kicked 1. He's an absolute superstar. He did kick 2. That is correct. And that's why you're on the podcast, Hannah.
Yep.
because
Hunter
I need
Clark
to be-
running off the back line there.
Yeah.
Dash off half-back flank.
yeah,
They're just
yeah.
good. I mean, Ross Lyon obviously is a defensive coach.
Wangani Malira.
Wangane Malira, yep.
I'd like to bring up something
his first
from this
name?
game that was quite funny, which maybe you
Terry
saw.
Malira's son. And he's like 10 years old. Terry Malira retired like 10 years ago. And it's his son.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't Wayne Malira play for Adelaide?
Does he still play? Yeah, I don't know if they're
Yeah,
related.
that's not his son, surely.
No. I'm pretty sure it was Terry Malira played for
Okay, right.
Freo 10 years
I
ago or
like
something.
it. Sorry,
Anyway,
something
yeah,
funny.
Continue.
No, we want to talk about Malira a bit more. Anything else? So from this game, there was a player on the mark. I saw this on Twitter. Some guy tweeted out. Xavier O'Halloran
Yes.
was on the mark. He doesn't respect the stand rule, and the umpire is calling out, Brent, back 2 meters. Brent, Brent, back 2 metres. And Xavier's not responding because his name is not Brent.
His name's not Brent.
And then the umpire calls a 50-metre penalty because he doesn't move back 2 metres. I just think it's just a funny call there, right?
Why can't we have more common sense? Why can't the umpire be like, maybe, I guess he probably thought his name was Brent, I suppose.
Obviously.
But I don't know. I felt sorry. I was watching that game. That pretty much meant game over. There was like a minute and a half
minute
left.
43, and it put Saints up into the forward 50s.
Is there another Brent on?
Yeah, Brent Daniels. Yeah.
Brent,
Taffy.
Like, even if you just, move back 2 metres, if you're the guy on the mark, you probably know.
But what
that
ended up happening was he said it so many times, and then he did it, and then he called, like he did it eventually, and then he called him for 50. I was like, oh my god, it's a coach killer.
All right, and the last game,
Charlie coming in from the deep. Terry Malera is wow. Okay, stepdad, and it wasn't that long ago he was playing. I don't believe 2014. There you go, Hammer. Aren't you a bundle of knowledge, mate?
History.
Yeah. I'm a history
What
buff.
do you like? What's something that's really knowledgeable?
Something that I like.
Maybe one of your sayings you like to pull out. I don't know. As knowledgeable as
the Rosetta Stone.
Bag full of books.
That's a good one. Bag full of books.
Rosetta Stone. Okay,
that's a historical artifact.
Last game we're going to talk about for the round because we've got to move on because I'm having Ginbey fatigue.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Are you?
Yeah, just like I'm so pumped
want
up
him
about
back?
Ginbey, I'm having like a crash.
How good was that song? We didn't.
Yeah,
sorry.
Fucking awesome.
How do you like that song?
But that was unbelievable.
Because actually, wait till you hear the full thing. You won't be able to stop listening to it.
Thing.
I know every word to the song because I listen to it all the time.
Unbelievable.
Last game of the round, Hawthorn beat West Coast
is this
Eagles
not over?
by 116. No, because we're going to talk some West Coast Eagles fan therapy.
Oh, yeah.
I saw this morning.
Okay.
I nearly sent one in.
116 points.
I was at work and nearly sent one in.
Go and see Dizzy. Hey, mate, just tell us how you're going speaking to this microphone right now.
What we wanted to do was just hear from fans. It's an exhausting time. People are fed up.
Are you fed up? You fed up? You're a fan.
Yeah, I'm just over it. I'm like, let's just get the season done with. It's just I'm watching games. It's just like, why am I doing this to myself?
This is why we didn't talk about this while Reuben was
Yeah, of course. We're going to go to this first bit of audio, and the first person I wanted to speak to about this was my dad, Dino.
Makes sense.
One-eyed Eagles fan,
Pabry Bebe.
loves the club, passionate. Yeah, BP Pabry, Dino. Scotty and I had a chat to him earlier. This is
Dan kept wrapping it up. I'm like,
mate, call went for 10 minutes. We're not playing the whole 10 minutes.
let's have a listen.
Oh, it's as bad as it can get, mate.
Yeah.
We just have no players, mate. And the made a mistake of the last couple of years. All we've done is pick up, players who can just fill holes. But that's all we've done. And that's why they've got nobody to fall back on now. And, of course, all the old players are getting old. They can't keep up the pace anymore. That's why all the other teams, they run around all the time because we can't keep up with them. You've got Andrew Gaffey there. What is he in the team for?
Gaffey's cold.
He used to be a link-up man back in your days, right?
Yeah.
And he's trying to do the same thing. And what is he linking for? Because as soon as he gets the ball, he gives it away. Pay him out and get him out. $10 million. Get rid of all these blokes that have given them all these extra years that they don't need anymore.
Okay.
Get rid of
That's what they
him.
need to do.
Just get rid of him.
Yeah. Spend $10 million. Pay him out. Why keep it for another few years? And they're keeping that's why we've got no players, because all of them are sold. They keep breaking down all the time. We've got nobody to bring in. We've got the money. Spend the money. Get them out. Get new players in. That's what I think we should do. Is that a bit tough?
No, that's good.
Dino's like that was a 1 minute snippet of a 10-minute chat, and honestly, we could have kept going with him.
He's not happy with it.
It's just the sentiment of West Coast fans at the moment. People
It was
aren't
so
happy.
good. I thought it identified exactly what a West Coast fan
We've
was
got a heap of people that have sent in voice messages. Let's play some more
haven't heard
here from
these yet.
people. Yeah, I haven't heard them either.
Look, people keep going on about how Simo needs to go, Simo this, Simo that, rah, rah, rah. At the end of the fucking day, you cannot just blame him.
Yep.
At the end of the day, he's not the one on the fucking field. Maybe we should turn to some of the fucking older dudes that need to pull their head out. Like, I know there's not many on the field, but there is some. And, you can't blame the young dudes because half of them have fucking never played a season before.
That's right.
And, Simo's not the one on the ground. So I think people need to fucking give Simo a bit of a break and look at some of the older fucking people like Gaff and all that and either fuck them off. Fuck them for a change. Like, stop just blaming Simo.
But I'm actually a Hawthorn supporter, but I want to have a rant about West Coast. I can't get happy about beating West Coast. Watching them play, it's terrible.
Yep.
I actually feel bad for them. Yep. I should be really happy because West Coast are losing and all my mates are down in the dumps. But honestly, I actually just feel bad for them.
Boys, it's Loz here from Twitter. I'm pretty shattered. That's all I have to say. But I still love them. And they're 4 flags.
Hey studs and that other bloke, it's riding me cock off here. Just wanted to say a quick word on the Eagles' fitness. It's very woeful. I think Hamish could last longer even with a month of abstinence. It's just appalling watching the old blokes get circled around, especially by Hawthorn. Hawthorn just showed that they really wanted it more. Anyways, we need fitter players, and I think we have to be ballsy at the draft and look at the athletic scene. Fair. There's an array of youngsters, even in WA, who can run 5-minute 32K time trials.
I don't think that's true. Oh, that's it. Yeah. I don't think that's true. I don't think that is true. 5-minute 32K time trials. No,
that's fucking lightning quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is. I don't think Mark Blixavs runs that quick.
People aren't happy, Hammer.
No, people are not happy. And I feel like that was pretty tame too.
Yeah, we had to cut some out.
Yeah, we had to cut a heap out. And look,
it's not you say it. We read it.
No, that's right. We could play some more another time, but like the feeling is it's just a shitty time to be a fan. And, that's what it's like at the moment.
It's a safe space. We understand. You want to keep sending them in? We might play them. We might not as well.
You said it, we read it.
If it's good, thanks to leadable cameras.
If it's good and if we get any.
We got a shit ton.
Tell you what, I knew it would happen. I almost didn't want to do it last week because I knew what would happen. And you responded, listeners. We had too many this week. We had far too many emails.
We had 100.
Stop sending us emails. Don't send us any more emails. Send us more emails.
Yeah,
Hello at backchatpodcast.com.au.
Absolutely. Thanks to leadable cameras. We get our mics, stands, cameras, lights. I said stands because I did
say stands. Yep.
Yeah, everything.
Have you said burgers yet?
No, very soon. Every time I drive past, it's
like
closer and closer.
I've been in there a lot recently.
Have you?
Yeah.
Get a burger?
No,
Mother's
it's not
Day present.
Mother's Day present. I was in there getting someone else some sort of cord. I got a cord.
Oh yeah, you did get a cord.
You broke the cord. Remember?
Prepping Lydio for the fight.
Yeah, I've been rubbing Lidio's calves down for the karate kick we're gonna have. Yeah,
he's gonna have to cut. By the way, I'm not in the same weight class.
He's gonna cut weight.
Yeah, of course.
Big man, Leo.
I'll tell him how.
He's very, very good with his customers too.
Let's get into the first one. This is from Mitchell Oliver. G'day, boys. My partner and I flew up to Sydney last weekend to watch the Suns play Fremantle. Mm-hmm. Even as a staunch Victorian, I would happily concede that the SCG is a much better venue than the MCG. Mm-hmm. The MCG sold its soul to the devil a long time ago, whilst the SCG has retained a rich history in the famed ladies and members pavilions. Got me thinking, boys, what's your favourite looking ground? I'm talking optics. I'm talking history. I'm talking architecture.
We're talking
Love to hear about aesthetically pleasing waffle grounds too.
Okay.
Thanks, boys. Yours in spoils, Mitchell Oliver.
Right.
Did Mitchell Oliver say Suns or Swans?
No, he said Swans and Dan said Suns.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay,
cool. We'll just get that one out of the way.
Yeah, because we were both confused.
Yes, that's right. Yes, he played the Swans play.
We were wondering why the Suns played.
Why did they play in Sydney? I thought that.
But it's a bloody good question.
Tremendous question.
We're talking architecture. We're talking visuals. We're talking optics. Mm-hmm. What else are we talking?
We're talking scenery. We're talking majesty. We're talking pageantry. We're talking all things.
We are. What do you think?
Smell.
I love the look of Adelaide
Yeah,
Oval.
so do I. Pre-renovation
You've just been there.
Yeah, pre-renovation Adelaide Oval.
Oh,
pre-renovation.
I like
post-renovation looks great, but I was there. When was the last time I was there? Pre-renovation. I had the first ever season of the Big Bash when it was like the states playing each other.
Wow.
The Redbacks won against New South Wales.
That was back when the furnace was a thing. It was the Perth furnace.
So I didn't play. I was 13. I went and watched. So I was doing a cricket tour for school against PCA and was billeted out to a kid whose dad was the physio for the Redbacks. So we got tickets. We got on the ground after the game. And I remember like being sat on the hill, obviously not drinking because I was 13, but like it was the atmosphere, the sun was setting, it was just awesome. And I remember thinking this is a wicked ground.
It's not a beautiful place, but renovations at Cardinia Park, when it was called Cardinia Park, they used almost one whole end was just concrete tiered standing area. And we used to have tickets to there. And we used to I remember we used to take a big esky and flip it on the side, and I could stand on the esky. Like,
Yeah.
So it makes me feel a little old, but
Cardinia Park, yeah.
it was genuine like
Cardinia,
football. I don't know what Wavy was like. MCG is not a pretty place. It's a home of football. It's not pretty.
Yep.
Telstra Dome's junk. SCG, it's nice.
Heritage.
But it's not. It's a cricket ground.
It is a cricket
It's not
ground.
like a footy ground.
Tell you what is a great, like, in terms of atmosphere.
Yes.
Is it TIO Stadium up in
Northern
Darwin, Northern
Territory.
Territory?
With the backdrop.
Mate, no,
Yeah.
that's it.
That's it. Isn't
That's
it?
actually
The
it.
Backdrop,
Scenery.
everything, scenery, beautiful.
Alice
looking
Springs.
ground. Alice Springs.
Mate,
Pretty sure that's TIO.
mate,
or
the-
UTAS, one or the other. No, UTAS is.
News is in Tasmania, University of Tasmania.
There you go.
Mate, the Alice Springs
Alice Springs
ground,
ground.
because it's like the greenest of green grass,
And just
red
the
dirt.
red dirt, desert in the background.
You literally got a little bit of Uluru and like floating around somewhere. Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Very good.
So
that's
that would be
mine.
my pick. And it certainly wouldn't be that ground they played Shanghai, Port Adelaide, Peace and Kilda. Remember that? There was a castle in the back of that, though. That was
That's
pretty
true.
cool. I'm pretty sure there was a castle in the back somewhere.
God,
So
the Chinese stadium.
that ranks it up there. The Shanghai
It was Port
spear
Adelaide
fishes or
Kilda.
something.
That's
Wow.
good. That was a good email. Good question.
Great
Really
question.
good.
Yeah,
I'm
and
going
waffle
there.
grounds are all great.
Waffle
Joondalup-
grounds-
Leaderville's my
Well, what's the
favourite.
best? Leaderville's your favourite.
Oh, Leaderville's good.
Joondalup's not good.
Leaderville's a great ground.
Joondalup's
Joondalup in
grim.
the grand final a couple of years ago was cool, but
What about
South Freo? No, South
Freo's a great
Still
ground.
Blue
Yeah, East
Oval?
Freo's very bad, Charlie. Really bad. Don't nod away over there, mate. East
Nah,
Freo's
you're right. South Freo with the prison in the back, awesome.
Yeah, we love the prison.
Hello at backchatpodcast.com.au. Send us emails. We'll read them out if they're good.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Well done.
We're going to get to some fines because
I like it.
I'm feeling fine.
Thank you.
All right. First one. Let's go. This is.
Lads.
Oh,
And
no,
the
that's
guy
fine.
that
Let's play
won't
it.
put his pool up on Swimply. Just want to find my mate Phil. $8. $1 for every week he got suspended at the Peel Cricket Association. Yeah, so we'll go with $8.
Fair enough.
You've had a few dealings with him actually, Scully, on social media. And also, to make it even worse, took up golf and he shit at that too.
Sucked in, Phil.
That's it. I'd love to know why.
Yeah, I'd love to know what he did.
If you want to come at us again,
Yeah, give us
8
the
weeks
fine.
suspension must have been something.
I just missed who that was from because Dan was speaking over the start of that fine.
Yeah, let's go again.
Yeah, g'day lads. And the guy that won't put his pool up on Swimply. Just want to find my mate Phil. Hey,
Call it Swimply.
Swimply. $8. So that's 8 weeks suspension is a lot.
I'd love to know what he got suspended for playing cricket in the Peel
I know a
Association.
bloke, my old junior basketball coach got suspended for life from my basketball stadium for elbowing a referee in the head as the coach of a team.
Look at this.
Just during
place.
cricket?
I'm just having.
Oh,
Is this,
he said
is this the Shanghai ground?
South Africa. Wow. Fremantle in 1995. How much does this print cost?
650 bucks.
Jeepers.
Wow.
Who tossed the coin? Desmond Tutu. And is that
Aaron Sandilands?
No, that's not Sandy.
Who the fuck is it?
Is it Spider Burton? No. Or is it just taken from a... That's Desmond Tutu. Peter Mann.
There you go.
Matthew
Can we get,
Clark.
while we're at it, can we get the photo of that Shanghai ground up, please?
Yeah.
Because
While you're looking.
I'm pretty confident I remember a castle in the background.
Let's play another fine while we're waiting.
G'day, fine fellas. I'm Dan. Currently at Newcastle Stadium, just before the Glasgow Hawthorn West I'd just like to find Jake Waterman $2 to say his favourite flavour of steak is cheddar. Yeah, no, not good. Everyone knows it's chicken crimpy. Do better.
I'm going to find that bloke $5.
He was at
UTAS.
UTAS. He was at watching the shithousery that the West Coast. He was there. So that's the only thing I won't find him for.
But I just couldn't hear it.
And then I was trying
Jake,
to hear
did
it.
you say it's for Jake Waterman for something?
He did find Jake for something, $2.
Well done, Jake.
Yeah.
Massive.
Look, there was a castle. That's the game in Shanghai.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
There's a castle.
Look at that. There's a
Stands
castle there.
castle.
And there's people sitting on it.
There is a stand that
On
is
the
a castle.
castle.
I wonder what that ground's doing now.
Looks like a lot of people there.
Probably
There's
a
literally
bunch of
12
kids out there
people at this
making
game.
Nike shirts or something.
Wow. China does not give a fuck about the AFL. I can tell you that right now.
Absolutely not. All right, let's hear another fine.
Pierre Pants here. Just sending in a couple buck fine to Scully. Look, not impressed, mate. I'm listening to the fine Shelter Footy cast this morning.
Yeah.
And, we expect perfection. We expect footy knowledge. And sometimes maybe not so from Skeet, but surely yourself.
Yep.
But no. When talking about, unfortunately, the Alistair Clarkson incident, he said, didn't even know Brett Ratton was at the club. And wait, that's not the fine. You then seem to go, a club like West Coast, they don't have an ex-head coach on their assistant coaching role.
Tell me they do.
Mate, you were playing when Matthew Knights coached Essendon, mate. So expect better. Do your research. Stop drinking too much piss on a Wednesday night.
There you go.
I thought he was rolling you were playing when Matty Knights was coaching at West Coast, and I was about to fucking go straight back at you.
Wow.
But I must have been playing when Matty Knights was coaching Essendon.
Okay, hang on a minute.
What stadium is this?
Where is this? Williamstown. I was just going to ask you to get.
Is that
That's
Williamstown?
Williamstown.
This is where you can kick 120 metres with one kick.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's
the wind
really
comes in
nice-
off the harbour.
It's a beautiful looking ground.
What state is this in?
It's Port
This is
Phillip Bay.
Port Phillip Bay. This
No,
is just
Melbourne.
over.
That you're looking at Melbourne. The city at the back
city
is
at
Melbourne.
Yeah, that's a beautiful
Melbourne.
ground. Have a look at
That's
that. I've
nice.
never seen the bird's eye view of it. I was just thinking while I'm here.
It's so flat.
Didn't it? So who played? Wasn't there a game in New Zealand?
New Zealand.
Can we get that stadium up? Because I imagine that would be pretty picturesque.
All right, let's have a listen to another fine. We're finding that.
Hi guys, it's me Dick. Always hard here. Just to find for my mate Toby. He liked a picture of my missus last night at 2 a.m.
Oh boy.
Not appropriate, mate.
Oh boy.
What's even more inappropriate is that's your cousin, mate. A little bit sus, a little bit incestuous, I think. Just I think a $5 fine for possible having the hots for your cousin. Not good, mate. Not good.
Cop that, Toby.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Wow, that's a good fine.
That's a
I'll tell
great
you what,
fine.
the name very good. The fine even better.
Well, here's the stadium in New Zealand. You can't see the surroundings, which is disappointing.
Looks like a soccer stadium.
It does.
When did this happen? I don't remember this at all. When was this?
Yeah.
2015.
Oh, yeah. No,
It's been
yeah,
scrapped.
it's been scrapped.
Renewed enthusiasm for the game to return to New Zealand next year.
Correct me
We've
if I'm wrong.
never
Yeah,
been
this
back.
was an Anzac Day game.
Right.
They did an Anzac. Yeah, there we
that
go,
makes
lest we
sense.
forget. Yeah, they did the Anzac Day game
I
over
did
there.
not remember that, but it seems like a good thing to do.
Staying at Wellington's Westpac Stadium until 2018.
Never went back.
I didn't go
We
back.
went back. Don't we got any more fines?
Yeah, good day, blokes. And Dan. This is Ben Miller here, and I've got a quick $5 for Mr. Const. This is in regards to RE colon the Shooter podcast. Now, you mentioned that Shooter was one of only 4 blokes to debut round 1 under Ross Lyon's coaching. That's just not fucking true, is it, mate? Anthony Caminiti, Mateus Filippo, both of them, so that makes 6, Dan, debuted round 1, 2023, under Ross Lyon. Sort yourself out, mate. Disgraceful. Yeah. Cheers. Love ya. Grab a fillet of fish. See ya.
There you go. He's come home. He's come strong with the goods there. At
Was
the
that
end.
the robot from last week? I feel like it was. He's put a different
similar
voice
tone.
on.
I'm pretty sure it was something in the reign of like the realms of like when you debuted, you were only the 4th person. But
Or you fucked up.
well,
You're allowed to rebut.
Sir
in
Swamp
fines.
Thing. I think when I looked at the stat.
Oh.
So
So
anyways,
there
You do have
Blame
trouble.
So which
admitting
is
when
this the
you
Shanghai
fucked
one?
up. So we didn't
Look
do
at that. It is a castle.
that
I'm
the
really
castle?
harping on about the Shanghai ground, aren't I? But like, that's a fucking castle.
It's a castle.
Awesome.
G'day, legends and Dan. Just want to find my mate Chriso. He's just recently organised a trip over the UK to watch the upcoming Ashes test.
Good.
He's also booked a European trip in between. He's taken 6 weeks off without pay.
Perfect.
Forced the missus to also take 6 weeks without pay just to go and watch the cricket.
Yep, cool.
The only thing is he's just realised that you can't rock up to Lord's day 1 and walk in.
Yep.
The test match has now been completely sold out. And the other remaining test matches he'll be there for, so he cannot go to the cricket. So just wanted to find my useless mate, Chriso. Couldn't organise a route in a brothel, mate. $10 fine.
$10,
yeah,
and
fair
absolutely
enough.
deserved. Great fine.
Tremendous
Sucked in
fine.
Chris O. Better howler.
Yeah, g'day ladies and Big Hammer. It's Phil McCracken here, and I'm a week late. a week late with this one. I'm sure you all saw last week there was 2 dackings occurred. We had Big Lukey Jackson and Aaron Cadman, number 1 draft pick. They got dacked. And so I want to find them because, seriously, how do you run out onto the AFL field in front of tens of thousands of people, even more, watching on a home with just your little footy shorts on? Like, seriously, we got Lukey Jackson, fucking big dog, comes over to WA on his big contract, thinks he's all right, fucking can't even trot himself down to fucking Sports Power and sort himself out a fucking pair of skins. 900 grand a year, that should be fucking light work for you. Save yourself some public indecency. Then we got the fucking number 1 draft pick, Aaron Cadman, coming into the league with all his swagger, thinks he's pretty good. Whoop he fucking do? Can't even sort himself out some fucking undergarments to save his pasty little white cheeks from being on display. Fuck me. You know, I play 2s out in the country. I've still got me fucking skins on. There's fucking zero chance that any of the 45 people that rock up to watch us play are going to see my fucking pasty cheeks. Seriously, lads, it's not good enough. So, yeah, cop that.
Yeah.
Look, I'll agree it's not good enough, but I reckon they've got jocks on.
No, they definitely have
They're
jocks
not
on.
a free ball and run
The
around.
skins, for mine, the skins are a bit of a misnomer. And
What's the shin ticklers?
I mean, like, I feel like the lower grade of reserves footy that you're playing, the closer your skins get to your ankles. And the shin ticklers, I'm imagining, the baseball ones are out there. Loose, baggy skins.
Lots of elastic in them.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely wearing jocks. It's disappointing. I only wear jocks when I'm playing, like, obviously, and shorts. But it's if I got tackled around the pants, like, I'd be cocking balls out.
What video have we got queued
is
up
this
over
Wellington?
here? Anything is possible. Fly through. Yeah,
I'd love to go in the castle.
Holy shit.
All right, so if you're not just listening to this, you have to hop onto YouTube and have a look at this.
Okay, Australia's game, AFL.
It's in the clouds. You can
It
barely
is
see
in the clouds.
logo.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the smog of Beijing? Is that what's happening? Is that what they've played in? Okay, let's go deep. Wow.
Sunrise.
Shanghai. Sunrise. What is going on? China.
That's a temple. We're in China. We're talking sunrise.
We're talking documentary in the middle of the BackChat podcast.
We're talking Great Wall of China. Look at the rice fields. Well, no, keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Yes, beautiful scenery, tradition,
old ladies,
spirit.
children.
I can't read that.
Big city, lots
Global
of cars.
powerhouse, friend of Australia.
Yeah,
that has timed poorly. Shanghai, that has really aged poorly, hasn't it? Look at the river bustling, the nightlife.
Do we get to see the stadium?
We will in a minute, I think.
Australia.
Okay, here we
Keep
go.
going. Okay,
We're
people.
talking people.
24 million of
people.
them. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
We're talking
in Shanghai.
lights. We're talking open.
Show the
To
castle.
the world. Okay, there it is.
This is that good.
Show the castle.
Yeah,
There's so many lights.
You can't see
I
that.
can't see that. They've stuffed up that.
Innovative.
Entrepreneurial.
International. Stop it. I want to keep watching. Taste of Australia.
What's happening right now? Oh, it's a fly through.
There's tents. That's an artificial fly through too. Those aren't real people. Oh my goodness. This is food and wine tasting.
Is this an
Beautiful produce. This is unbelievable. Indigenous culture. There's a koala travel packages. Australia's best. This is unbelievable.
Here's the castle. Gold Coast Suns.
Power.
Jingwan
Stadium. A grand history. Now we're entering the castle.
An
An exciting future.
future.
Never been used ever. After that.
That's
His
a big
highlights
hanger.
from, I don't
Pokey.
think this was in, these games are not being played in Jingwan Stadium.
Schultzy.
Charlie Dixon.
We're on the field now.
Corporate hospitality. Roll in and get yourself an oak. Kill hungry, thirsty, dead.
2017, Shanghai. I tell you what, that is time and
I would
money
have
well
I would have
spent.
booked a ticket after.
That would have cost a couple of
That would have cost a bit of
$millions
money,
to
yeah.
make. Well, we.
Goodness me.
Thank you for that fly through.
Scully, can you wrap up the pod while I
Would have been
get
really poor listening,
something
I
onto the
think.
soundboard, and we're
Viewing
going
would
to
have
play
been
that during our Patreon's section. We're going to play the full version of The Boy.
Yeah, I can wrap it up.
I think they've had enough people.
I can wrap
from
it
us.
up, mate. I've had enough of you as well, but that's okay. We wanted to say a big thank you to our patrons, Hammer.
We do.
And you guys hang around. We've got some extra stuff at the back end of this, maybe some little bit extra of Reuben Ginbey content. Big thank you to our partners, our supporters, our sponsors. Fleet Network powering BackChat of 2023.
They are. Novated.
That is
Lease.
correct. VIP codes for all of the following guys over at Patreon. If you do want to join up, you can jump on our website, backchatpodcast.com.au. Thank you to Whippersnapper Whiskey.
Yep, come on.
Margaret River Roasting Co.
Keep talking.
BlueBet.
Hit me.
We're talking Shelter Brewing Co.
Yes, we are.
We're talking Leaderboard Cameras.
Oh, God, yeah, we are.
We're talking Swimply.
Wow.
And I've already said them, but we're talking Fleet Network.
Empowering novated leases.
If you want to hit them up, just listen up here. We didn't mention this. You want to get in the chance to win a VIP box experience. We're talking VIP box.
Yeah, we're talking travel packages. No, we're not actually. The Shanghai 2017.
We're talking Shanghai 2017 hospitality packages.
Yeah, you get a corporate box at the Shanghai Oval.
No, we're talking corporate box, Fremantle game later in the year. You need to sign and seal and deliver with Fleet Network.
You do.
Go hit the boys up, Frankie and Garrick, fleetnetwork.com.au, sort them out, new car, you know what to do.